one. Fight!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tier Ranker Fights. This is episode 104. It's best movies with one-word titles from the 80s. So we've been doing a series of every decade, going through all the movies with one-word titles till we find the best of the best. So we're on 80s. This time we decided to just work our way down. Other times, for other shows, we've kind of mixed up the decades. So we still got 70s, and we'll probably do like a pre-70s one just to get some of those classics in. But yeah, welcome. I'm excited to talk about these because some of these one-word movies from the 80s are some of my favorites of all time. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, or child of the 80s today. And yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll bring in our panel for tonight. First up, as always, we have my co-host, Austin Pez Howell.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's definitely some bangers in here. A lot of really good one-word movies in this group. So this one's going to be, well, I mean, realistically, all of these one-words we've done have been pretty tough once we get down to it. We've all had to, like, I think most of them ended up with 17 or 18 in the S tier, and then we have to bump out really good movies, even that have like 4 S votes. So yeah, this is going to be tricky. So yeah, see what happens.
And also, I got 2 last Christmas shirts I'm going to be wearing. So I got my little like Muppet Christmas card. You can see that one stands out pretty well on screen. But then yeah, I'll probably throw in a Home Alone. We got a Wheel of Movies coming up next Wednesday. We'll do a little post Christmas episode with Chris Scott too. And yeah, well, I'll probably throw on something Home Alone. But speaking of Chris Scott, we have the Casablanca Kid.
What's up, guys? I'm glad I could be here for this. I'm kind of making some notes since I got the list kind of, well, I don't know. For some reason, it was not showing up, so you guys must have had conversations after it when I joined the chat. So
that'll happen sometimes.
Yep. But, so I'm excited, dude. Dude, there are so many damn good movies in this list. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Yeah, so we'll see. But we also have joining us. We have Richie Goodacre.
Hey, Richie.
Yeah. Going from the sun again. Technically, I'm a child from the 80s, but I was born in 1989. I don't feel like it doesn't count. People are like,
that doesn't count. You're a 90s kid.
People feel like, oh, yeah, I was born in the 80s. Where you were born? December 1989. No, you don't. You know you were.
No, I was born in 1986. I was a child of the 80s. I was 3 or 4
born
years
85,
old in the 80s. So,
I don't remember anything of the 80s. I was like literally probably just like on the floor, kind of, rolling around, gargling the whole time, and crying.
Rolling around, eating and pooping your pants.
I'm still doing that, but anyway.
Who's to say we don't do that on a regular basis?
Yeah, right. Doing that last night, but we also have a couple more people. We got Mr. Erick Moreno.
Hey,
what's up, Erick?
There he is.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here to, as I was watching the list, I have seen only 26 movies out of the whole list, even less than the 90s one. So I'm here to see it and look pretty and tell you about movies I haven't seen, or rave about the ones I have seen, because I have seen pretty much the good ones of the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, I'm here to have fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see your ugly sweater. Is that a Batman?
It's a Batman ugly sweater.
Nice.
Sure
That's awesome.
nice.
Yeah, because It kind of matches the theme because Austin's got a Batman, you got one, and then
Richie said he has a Batman Christmas shirt,
on.
but he didn't wear it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't wear it. No. Okay,
I didn't want to join us.
I can find it before the end of the stream and put it on.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really have anything 80s, so I went with a 90s one. But I mean, most other people got 80s. And Chris, you got the Griswold, so
yeah.
So, I mean, So yeah. But last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Zachary Shelton. What's up, Zach?
Hey, this is only my second ever tier ranker. I think I did the 2000s one-word title, so always excited to talk about movies. So.
Oh yeah. We'll see. We'll see if our S tier is as stacked as the last couple of tier rankers we did for one word movies. So, but Austin, you want to break it down and let any first timers or anyone tuning in? Work.
Yeah. So we got a nice pool of movies to choose from here. I'll bring up kind of a little visual aid. Bring up the actual tier chart. So how it works is different than tournament fights. So it's a tier ranker. So what we're going to do is we're going to be ranking some of these movies, and we've got tiers. S tier is the top of the top, the best of the best, and we'll be looking to put at least 10, or just 10 in the S tier, so some of them might get bumped out. We'll see. And then it goes just like grades in school, down the line, A, B, C, D, F. We got a haven't seen tier. We need at least 3 people on the panel to have seen it, to vote on it, for it to even make the actual tier chart. And I always throw in the not word more title, but I don't think we have any problems in this group. It should be just fine, but just kind of a formality. And as you can see, all the movies in here, I've got them all in alphabetical order, so they should be easy to find here. But yeah, all these one-word title movies. Down here, we'll go up and down the ladder of people, and everybody will get a chance to nominate something. So you can kind of look at the pool, nominate something for any tier you like. You don't have to nominate something for S tier. You can nominate something for A or C or F or whatever you like. But yeah, we'll go for about 2 hours. Well, what we'll do is, let's say Zach will go first when we get started. He'll nominate something for whatever tier, give us a quick reason why, and everybody else will say what tier they would put it in and why, and then we'll come to a kind of an average and a consensus, and that's where it'll go on the actual charts. I'll keep track of all the individual votes with my handy dandy tier vote handy chart thingy. I haven't given it a name. I need to give it like a name after all this time, like what I call it, but I don't know, whatever it is.
I call it like Lenore or something like that.
Yes, I need something. Yeah, because but it certainly helps at the end because obviously all the votes matter when it comes to the end, and we start individually ranking the S tier and the A tier and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll be looking for 10 in the S tier, 3 honorable mentions from the A tier. We'll go into the actual poll, and then the top 10, whatever the top 10 was, we'll join the other top 10s when we eventually get to a championship episode. We'll have all the top 10 movies from each of these decades go up against each other, and that's always the toughest episode to end on, to put all the really good stuff up against each other and have to make tough decisions. So but that's how it's going to work. And we'll go for about
the toughest but the most fun.
Yeah, it's fun. We'll go for about 2 hours or so in the regular round, but don't worry if something doesn't get mentioned or nominated at the 2 hour mark, because we have kind of a Hail Mary last chance round for you to shout out those last minute S tiers, and we've had stuff get pretty significantly up in the S tier, Jordan. That last one we did of the musicians and the artists, without even being mentioned during the episode until the Hail Mary round, Michael Jackson moonwalked his way to number 1.
I know, right? Yeah.
Just kind of an obvious one. So it can absolutely happen.
Well, sometimes those obvious ones, like you want to try to fight for some of the ones that are more personal to you that maybe people may not vote for, or you're not sure, so you want to fight for it, and then just leave the more obvious ones for the Hail Mary sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But you can do it however you like, but that's kind of how it works, and that's what we got going on. So, yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Cool. And actually surprised myself. I've seen 44 movies on this list, so not too bad. It's still less than half, but it's still probably higher than some other people.
I didn't count, but it's about 3/4. It's about 75 of these, so decent amount. So, but as far as S tier, maybe obviously significantly less than that. So, we'll see what happens. But we'll get this thing started. So we'll start with Zach down at the bottom. You can nominate whatever you want. What do you want to start with?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the one movie that's I'm going in S tier. That is the only movie on this list that's actually in my top 64. And that is Tron.
Tron.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that for the first time a couple years ago, and I just fell in love with it. Everything from the characters to the visuals, and to the story. So I'm nominating Tron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, for its time, it was pretty like groundbreaking, visually stunning. I don't know if it holds up, but we'll see. But Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, very important movie, very significant to the effects of the 80s. Take a drink. I haven't seen it. Haven't gotten around to it.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm here to get you drunk, people.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, I respect Tron more than I like it. I do like it, but like I don't love it. It's not something I go back to. Probably I watched Tron Legacy more than I watched Tron, to be honest. But yeah, but like it's a good movie, but I wouldn't put it in an S. I would probably, honestly, I'd probably slide it in, maybe like a high B, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's high up for me.
Yeah,
sure. Chris, what do you say about Tron?
Yeah, I like Tron well enough, but I'm also higher on Tron Legacy. And so for that reason, I think it's an all right film. But so I would also put it in a B tier as well.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm kind of similar to Richie. I've seen Tron. Yeah, I mean, I like that nostalgic look of it. The way they did the effects and all that. It's interesting. I like 80s sci-fi. But yeah, for me, most of the movie kind of bores me overall. And it's not that interesting. I'm also in the camp, as been stated, that I love Tron Legacy way more than I love the original Tron. Just all the elements of that one kind of come together for me a little bit more. Yeah, I've only seen it the one time. I would probably go C tier, honestly, for Tron. I'm not that into the original one, but I love the sequel.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I really do like the original Tron. I like Tron Legacy way better, but I do think that the effects are pretty groundbreaking. They're really cool. They create a really cool world, and like the idea of like going inside this video game and or like a computer world and like all the different things you can encounter and stuff. I just don't think that maybe like the writing was completely solid. I mean, what they came up with for the world, they wrote that pretty good, but then just like what the characters are actually doing and their task and all that doesn't hook me as much. But since I really like the sequel and looking forward to the third one, which is supposed to have Daft Punk back to do the music, so if they do that, then I'm in. I love the score for Tron Legacy, really good. But for this one, I'll give it an A. Sure.
All right, so it's kind of all over the place. I think it kind of ends up in sort of a high B territory based on the votes.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to end up. But we will scoot up to Eric, and it'll be your turn. What do you want to nominate?
Yeah, like the last time I was here in Tournament Fights, Tier Ranker, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was Tournament Fights as well.
It's okay. They're both our flagship shows, Eric. It's
yeah, they end with fights and start with a T.
Yes.
We just randomly switch off between them,
Yeah. So mobster movies are very big in these one-word tier rankers, and for a good reason, because most of mobster really good movies are S tier for me. So I'll you probably guess that I'm going with Scarface as my first pick.
I see.
Scarface is one that I didn't appreciate in my teenage years when I first saw it, but more recently it's one of the best movies out of the whole gangster movie. It's not my personally favorite Brian De Palma movie, but it's pretty close to it. Has a great performance by Al Pacino. I'm forgetting the other people in the movie, but they are great as well. I'm blanking on his best friend.
You got a little, yeah. Steve, well, especially Steven something. I would look it up, but there's Robert Loggia's in there too. From
great. Michelle Pfeiffer is great.
Yeah.
The Grandpa Salamanca is great. I always forget his name, but he's pretty good in that.
It's Steven Bauer. That's what it was. Steven something. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, there's a reason it's one of the most iconic movies of the 80s. It has great, obviously great cinematography, a couple of iconic scenes. Say Hello to My Little Friends, one of the top 10 quotes from movies of all time. So it's a pretty clear S movie for me. As for Scarface, as it stands, it should be here. I won't accept otherwise.
All right, we'll see.
See what happens. Yeah.
Scarface. Every rapper's favorite film if you go by
Cribs.
Cribs.
A Cribs episode. Oh, got the Scarface poster over here. Yeah, you gotta have the Scarface poster.
I got a white couch. See, you got up the white couch.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta represent. This is where the magic happens.
Every rapper had a Scarface homage. It was weird. It was like, dude, you just but yeah. Yeah, I do like Scarface a lot. And I know what look. I like you, Eric. You're not an adult prick. I think you're not a prick. Don't talk yourself down like that. You're a good person. But yeah, I'm more of an A. I think it's I get it. I get it's a sort of classic movie, but I just there's other ones I have like sort of higher, and I don't have it as in high esteem as sort of other people. But I do appreciate it and do find it really. I can see why people love it, and I do really like it. So, but I'll go A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like A for acceptable. That I accept that thing. I forgot to say I had this pretty steelbook right here, also from.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That is a gorgeous steelbook. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's cool. But Chris, what do you say about Scarface?
So, I like Scarface. I remember seeing it years ago. I haven't watched it a second time at all. And that was years and years ago. It's a good movie. I like what that world did for it. But as far as like the greatest gangster movies or the greatest mob movies, it doesn't rank that high for me as far as those guys. But I would definitely have to say A tier though, because it's up there for sure. Yeah,
it's not a tier ranker for gangster movies, so you can put it here.
Yeah.
No,
Eric, what was your steelbook? Let me see. What you got?
This one.
Oh, okay. I have a different steelbook, but it's still a steelbook. I have this one.
Yeah, nice.
That is beautiful.
Nice little
That's
steelbook
beautiful.
there.
Limited edition.
I couldn't forget which steelbook I had. I knew I had one of them. But yeah, no, Eric, I'm backing you up on this one. It's in my short list for S tier for this episode. I will back you for the S tier on this one. I went back to the theater actually two months ago. Fathom Events had the 40th anniversary screening of it, so I went and checked it out again. And yeah, this movie rules. It's great. I could understand why rappers would love it, but I just love it as a good movie, and I think it's a really good kind of immigrant story. Obviously, he's doing very bad things, becoming a very very bad person. But you can see his motivation, and he certainly has goals that he wishes to attain. But I mean, who doesn't love the shot of him and the mountain of cocaine on his desk, and symbolizes excess of the '80s, and come on, push it to the limit montage. That's one of the best classic '80s montages. Come on, great stuff. But yeah, I think the finale of that movie, man, when he's just taking on that whole army is insane and great. It's so awesome when he's just taking 100 bullets and just keeping on coming. It's awesome. So I love this movie. I'll go ask for Scarface.
Yeah, so I was pretty late to Scarface. I only saw it last year for the first time, and yeah, this movie was great. This movie was so much fun. And what I love about it is that it just starts out a little calm, and then it just it's like crazier and crazier and crazier.
Once the chainsaws come out, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, right. and then by the end, it's just awesome. But even when he was going out, when he's finally getting a little bit of money and power, going out to get cars, he's going out to get different weapons. He wants the best of the best. He's not going to accept anything else, all that stuff, and he's the king on his eyes, and I think this movie's great. I'll give it an S. I mean, but it falls in the I have a little bit of a territory where I wasn't going to bring it up for S, but if somebody else nominated it, I'd say yes for S. But I'm also just going to point out, Brian De Palma though, he's got a pretty great filmography. I mean, he's done stuff like The Untouchables. He's done the original Mission Impossible. He did Snake Eyes with Nick Cage. He did just a bunch of those ones. He did Wise Guys. So yeah, pretty good filmography. So yeah.
All right, that was it.
You guys are gonna hate me for what I say.
Uh-oh.
I saw this for the first time. I saw this for the first time ever earlier this year. and I'm giving it a D tier.
What?
Oh,
that's blasphemy.
I would not give it a D
I would rather you say you didn't see it. I thought that's where you're going.
Yeah.
D for dumb take.
Very overrated. I will say that.
Yeesh. Uh-oh.
So, all right. Well, what's that going to do?
Oh, Zach, I'm not seeing you. I'm sorry about the internet.
The internet's blocking out. Looks like
yeah, sorry that it had to go up.
Oh, no. It's getting wonky. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, take it up with Erick later, So you might
fight it out in the ring.
Yeah. He might send the brothers after you, like in that movie, whatever he calls it. All right. So it does have 3 S votes for now, so it'll hang on to the S tier momentarily. But as if the other one-word title tiers are any indication, 3 might not be enough to hang on by the end of the show, but it will for now. So
just
to
add something real quick.
Yeah.
Like, even though I put Scarface here, like my favorite Brian De Palma and Al Pacino one is actually Carlito's Way.
Carlito's Way is great. That's a really good movie.
That one really surprised me. I watched Scarface and then Carlito's Way, and why is Carlito's Way not as much talk about it? Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it just got lumped in with a lot of other 90s movies and just kind of got forgotten about. But no, that movie's great. Yeah, if you haven't seen Carlito's Way. Yeah, I recommend it for sure. All right, Richie, you're up.
Cool. Let's see. Zach gives us a D. A couple of people by their attire, I'll say, they're showing their hands. I'll let them bring that up.
Right.
I'm gonna go buy that for $1. RoboCop.
Yay! Yay! I do have RoboCop shirts too, Richie, but I just you gotta pick yours. You can only wear one shirt.
I do some wardrobe changes or something.
Yeah, right. I've done that before on tournament fights. Go back and look in the archives. Go ahead, Richie.
I mean, I just love RoboCop. I love the. I love the whole world. I love Peter Weller's performance. I love everything about it. I just I love how crazy Kurtwood Smith goes. I love it's just such a batshit crazy. It's such a batshit nuts movie, and it just works on every level. And I just it's a shame that the sequels didn't work as much, but or nearly as much. RoboCop 3 is, but I think that this movie is fantastic, and I like being in this world. Like even then, it was cool that finally got a game. The game's pretty fucking good. So and I love this film a lot, and it's just an awesome sort of sci-fi film. And a great action movie, and sort of like sort of a staple of the 80s, I think, as well. RoboCop definitely S tier.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say?
I had RoboCop on my list to mention. That movie's phenomenal. Definitely an S tier film. Everything you kind of said, the music is amazing in there. The cinematography. I mean, that whole opening, like a boardroom scene where the robot sort of comes in there.
Blast the guy with the most squibs ever used in a film.
Yes. Oh, that was amazing. I love that scene so much. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely S tier movie.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, Richie, all I can say to your pick is
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that S tier for $1 because RoboCop's definitely S tier. You know me, Richie. I also love this movie to pieces. This movie's great. It's a movie, Richie, that should not work. It's called RoboCop. It should be like one of those terrible, C directed video movies from like the 80s, that nobody talks about.
Like a Jean-Claude Van Damme director thing, like time, I don't know. Like you sort of, like you're cyborg sort of, you know what I mean? Like
there's a movie called like Rotor that's like a ripoff of RoboCop and Terminator. You know, it should be like one of those movies, but it's not because it's Paul Verhoeven, who would go on to make some other great stuff, obviously with like Total Recall and Starship Troopers, and he knows what he's doing because he knows how to mix in the satire, the social commentary, but also like the over the top ridiculous ultra violence of the movie, which sets it apart. He leans into the stuff when he needs to, and the little news breaks and the commercial parodies are a lot of fun. And you like kind of living in this crazy world where the cops are on strike, and it's great. The score is awesome for this movie too, and it has a surprising amount of heart. This is a great movie, and I think it's, and looks good in 4K. I have the Aira 4K. I don't have it in arm's reach. I could, but I'll go S tier for RoboCop for sure.
Yeah, I think RoboCop is a pretty easy S tier. Yeah, this movie's awesome, and it's a credit to the director Paul Verhoeven, because it's like taking all these actors that at the time I'd never heard of any of them. So I mean, I didn't even know who Peter Weller was, any of that stuff, and now like Peter Weller, Kurtwood Smith, some of those people, even like Miguel Ferrer, he's a good character actor, So the movie is a lot of fun, and like it just makes you kind of think, like, what if we ever had a world where we have robot police officers, which they've been talking about implementing those in certain cities. They had some test runs in New York City where they're like testing them out or something, which is kind of crazy. I think that it's a pretty easy S tier. So I'll go S.
It's like robot security guys. It's a shame chopping mall's 2 words.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, 2 words. Yeah, but Zach, what do you say?
No, I don't like that.
So
I know. Here's a hot take.
I only had seen 28 movies on this list, and RoboCop is one of the ones that I have never seen. So.
All right. Well, at least you can't drag it down with the D tier, folks. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Erick, have you seen RoboCop?
Yes. Weirdly enough, I have only seen it once, but it's one of those that I caught once on TV and remember pretty much everything about it. I love RoboCop. I wouldn't have put it because I don't have that much to say because I haven't seen it recently, but I remember specifically how as you said, it has no business being this great. Like it's not weird that it is, but it's actually more of a how you say not an effort, but a commandment. Well, that's the word. I scratch that. I remember specifically Kurtwood Smith. Like I know him more for playing Mr. Foreman in That 70s Show, but he's pretty great in this one. Obviously, Peter Weller is great. And I really owe it to myself to see it again, but it's an easy S tier for me as well.
Okay, all right. So, it does hang on with 5 S, folks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And also going to mention, if you go back and watch Christian Harloff, he actually interviewed Kurtwood Smith on his channel, and he's like talking to him. Where like at the time they thought that the movie was just gonna be one of those dumb kind of cheesy B list movies, and ended up being some kind of like classic movie that like everybody loves. So which is pretty cool. So
yeah. All right. Well, Chris, Casablanca may not be till the next episode, but what do you want to nominate this time?
Right.
So my first movie I think is going to surprise some of you guys, and I know some people may agree, some people may not agree at all. But I'm going to nominate CHUD for S tier.
I was about to say that as a joke. I was literally pursing my lips going.
Yeah, right.
I love this movie. I think it's phenomenal writing. I think it's great acting. I think the music is solid. I think it just has an all-around awesome cast and everything. Obviously, you do not agree, Richie. But I think it's a lot of fun. I think it definitely belongs in S tier. I know you're gonna vote like F or D or something or Z on there. Welcome to the party.
Well, no, Austin's a fan of it. So what do you say?
I'm a fan, but as somebody who's consistently gets the thing correct of the always ever present trivia question of what does CHUD stand for? Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. No, I know CHUD. I have it on Blu-ray. I mean, so it's like hang on a second, I'll grab it for you. Where is it? CHUD. There it is. No, I mean, I have the Arrow Special Edition Blu-ray, so I mean, like, I do like this movie. There it is.
Yeah.
CHUD. No, look, my whole thing with CHUD, though, look, it's a lot of fun. I like a lot of these goofy movies. They're silly and a good time. Stuff like Chopping Mall. Chopping Mall is just kind of exception, where I just think it's kind of perfect for what it is. CHUD is fun, but it's literally a B movie, and it's a B movie. It's a really good B movie, but I can't go higher than a B because I don't think it does, sort of a zombie thing or an infection thing any better, than some of the other 80s horror movies. I see there are other things do it well. It does have a fun cast. I mean, it's John Hurt, Daniel Stern, pre-Home Alone, running around. So I mean, it does have a good cast for what it is. It's better than it has any right to be, but I still can't go higher than a B because I just don't put it on the same level as stuff like RoboCop or Scarface or as we'll talk about, Batman, Aliens. I just can't go on the same level. So I'll give it a B though, which is pretty significant for CHUD. I do like it. Yeah.
Well, CHUD is a blind spot for me. I have not seen it yet, so I can't really comment on it. So, but maybe someday I'll get around to it because it is one that like is more of a Jordan type of movie. So I'll probably see it eventually.
If Zach hasn't seen RoboCop, he definitely hasn't seen CHUD.
If Zach's one of his 28 is CHUD, I'm going to
quit the stream. Quit the stream if it is.
Never know.
Man,
So have you seen it?
I wish I could prove you right, Richie, but no,
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay. Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the priority list.
And obviously going to be taking a drink.
Yeah, we'll see. Eric, have you seen CHUD?
What are you talking about? It's one of my 20. I actually haven't seen it. I've heard of it a lot. In the trivia community, I heard it a lot mentioned, but
for trivia purposes, cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. That's all you'll ever get about CHUD.
Yeah.
That's the only question you'll ever get about CHUD.
Yeah.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I don't hate this movie. I just want to point that out, Chris. I don't hate this movie, but I was saying this as a joke, so I don't. It's not like S tier, but I did think, and I'm saying this with love. I thought that it would be something that you put on S tier, so I was just going. I was literally going.
Yeah,
I didn't even read your lips, so that was part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I had sort of the same. Same wavelength as Austin here. I think it's fun, but I put it in the same sort of category as Chopping Mall, as sort of you'd be like, and like if you would check out a movie called Frankenhooker, that's very fun as well. It's the same sort of vibe. But yeah, I can't put it on the same level as some of these classic movies. But it's a fun watch. I'm glad we're talking about it. So there we go. I don't know if we'll get a chance to talk about it, but I'm glad for that sense. But it's a B movie, so I'd put it in the B tier.
Hey, at least it gets a B.
Hey, yeah, it's gonna get a B. But hey, there you go. I mean, it's a B. So all right. Hey, there you go. All right, so I guess it's on me now.
Right, Austin, what do you got?
I mean, some of us had the attire, so let's just get it out of the way. Batman '89. S tier. This movie fucking rules. I have loved this movie since I was a kid. I think this might be one of the most quotable movies ever made. Ryan Permison and I next year for the anniversary are going to do one of our watch alongs, but we might just have to call it a quote along because it'll probably just be me and him just quoting the movie back and forth to each other as the different characters. But yeah, it really kind of solidified a lot of my sort of darker superhero love with this movie. I think Keaton's great. I think the movie just looks amazing. Like when you watch it, on Blu-ray or something, the set design is great. The suit looks awesome. And what's to say about Jack Nicholson making a really entertaining Joker? I get that people take the Heath Ledger one and stuff a little more seriously, but god damn it, is Jack Nicholson having a lot of fun in this movie and just stealing every scene he's in. Just great cast all around, and come on, you can't deny that this has the greatest score maybe of any one of the greatest superhero scores of all time, and probably still the quintessential both Batman theme and maybe Batmobile in general. So yeah, Batman rules. It's S tier, and it better be S tier.
Yeah, this is one of the easiest S tiers. If you're not putting Batman in the S tier, then you're not really, I don't know, you're not a true 80s movie fan, I feel like. I don't know. I mean, there may be a few weirdos out there that don't, but I mean, Like, I just don't really see. Even if you're not a fan of the Batman character, this movie was the very first movie of my lifetime that I remember being just like a huge, massive phenomenon, just like being everywhere, just like all over pop culture, all over every fast food restaurant. You get the cups and the toys, and you get like all that stuff, and yeah, it's very, very quotable. Like I'm only smiling on the outside. My smile is just skin deep. If you could see inside, I've been crying. You might join me for a weep. And he's doing like the poetic stuff, and he's doing like you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, like all that stuff. And yeah, it's just really good stuff. So yeah, it's an easy S tier. So,
all right.
But Zach, what do you say?
So everything that Austin said about Batman, I'm going to echo, and I'm going to say S tier.
Yeah.
You worry me that, but thank you.
Yeah, you were there.
Everything he said, I completely disagree with.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. All right. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Eric?
Sorry. I thought you were talking Zach. Funny enough, I haven't seen it. Take a drink. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I have seen Batman. I'm more of a Batman Returns guy because I watched that a lot more as a kid. But obviously, it's an S tier. It's probably the most important superhero movie of all time. It's extremely quotable. Jack Nicholson is great. Michael Keaton especially is great. He was my favorite Batman. If not, it's definitely top 2. I still, but for the longest time, my favorite Batman, Michael Keaton. And yeah, it's obviously it's a pretty good movie. It deserves to be an S tier, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Come on, the most iconic bat symbol of all time. Come on that sweater, on this poster. Come on, everybody knows that symbol. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, for me personally, I'd say he's the best Bruce Wayne ever, and there's an argument for the best Batman, but I mean, there's a few good ones.
I don't even know about best. He's just my favorite. That's all. Yeah. There's a difference between best and favorite. He's just still my favorite Batman movie, so it just is. But yeah.
But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, it's S tier. I love this movie. It was my first introduction to sort of comic book movies in general. I mean, I knew about Batman through, the kind of the Adam West more comedic tone sort of TV show, that goofy but so to see like that Batman was kind of it was a bit jarring but really, really cool. I think it was between this and Space Jam as to whether like how much like merchandise I had of that movie. I think I probably and maybe had more of Batman. All things considered, I had so much Batman stuff from this movie. It was great. Now I've watched the movie so many times. Still think it's one of Tim Burton's best movies, and absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Chris?
It's an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, it's a great fucking.
You can't even fool me on that one, Chris. No fucking way.
Yeah, right. It is a masterpiece. I remember seeing this movie in theaters, like, and that whole that opening scene where a Batman grabs the guy by the neck and takes him up on the roof. Like, oh my god, yeah. Yep, I remember watching this in theaters when I was a kid. Fucking phenomenal. Definitely S tier.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, when it comes to Batman in the S tier,
You gotta go with a smile.
Good stuff. Yeah.
No, that's the best.
That's right. Go with a smile.
All right, Jordan, what you got?
We'll be unanimous on that one. And for me, I got to fight for my favorite horror movie of the 80s. I'm a huge, massive fan of it. I always fight for whenever it's here. I got to go with Poltergeist. So for S tier.
Okay.
Because, I'm a massive Poltergeist fan. This is like the first, well, I don't know if it's the first horror movie that I ever saw, but it's like the first one that I really loved, though, because it's only rated PG, but it's at a time where it probably could have been rated PG-13 or even R, but I don't know if they were really rating the movies like that back then. And so I was allowed to watch it because I grew up in a strict household where as a child, we could only watch like PG-rated movies, and so I was able to see it. My parents didn't care for some reason, and so I think that it's a phenomenal movie. Definitely directed by Toby Hooper for sure, and nobody else.
Cheers, rest in peace, Toby Hooper.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yep. And then the little girl's great and like really creepy. You got Craig T. Nelson and Jo Beth Williams being the parent. You got the weird like the Zelda Rubinstein lady coming in, and then it always freaked me out. Like even a little to this day, whenever there's static on the TV, you don't really get that with modern TVs. But whenever it would come on, yeah, it's just a little creepy. But they did it really cool. Like it was like a cool like Portal kind of other dimension type of movie. And then in the second half, it becomes like a total just like bodies coming back to life and like blood everywhere and like all that stuff. So and like trees going wild, everything. So yeah, I'll say S tier for Poltergeist. Yeah, but Zach, what do you say about Poltergeist?
So I actually saw this movie for the first time in October for Halloween, and to me it's a mid tier. It's a C tier for me because on one hand I think there are some good horror elements, and I think it's a creative second half. I think the story kind of drags in the first half, and the acting's just okay.
That's some of the best.
I just think the movie is a little overhyped, but I think it's a C tier. So has a good second half.
Well, you're from a different generation, so
go watch the remake and then come back and report on how good the original one is.
Yeah, the remake is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
it never should have been remade.
Yeah. An incredible score from Jerry Goldsmith and really good stuff. So yeah, but Eric, what do you say?
Yes, like even your internet was disagreeing with you. It was cutting out on my end at least. No, I'm also very much from a different generation from all of you. I'm not even a 90s kid. I'm a 2000s kid. but I out of the horror movies available in this list, like Poltergeist and at least two others, you will know soon enough deserve to be in the S tier. And yeah, Poltergeist. I actually disagree a lot with you, Zach, in this one because I really like the first half. The build-up is actually pretty great. I don't love the how rushed a bit of the ending for me, especially is in regards to the development of the oldest daughter. She like disappears for a lot of the movie. That doesn't matter.
Hey, but she's the smart one. She pieces out to a sleepover and just doesn't come back for most of the movie.
Yeah, but yeah, they go for her. But like Craig T. Nelson is great in the movie. Heather O'Rourke especially is great in the movie. She's very famous for that. Yeah, Poltergeist for the S tier all the way.
Yeah. Well, scene that always got me, that always sticks with me, is the scene where I can't remember which character goes in the bathroom. Is it the mom that goes in there and sees her face?
No, the one of the crew guys goes in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, like melting face though. That just always sticks with me. In the
the mom is also great, but I never remember her name.
Yeah.
Jo Beth Williams. She's a smoke show in that movie. She's a total MILF.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Richie.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm just feeding my dog news. What you're saying is the remake won't win the Sam Rockwell versus Ben Foster tournament.
No, it's not going to win that tournament.
No, sorry.
Okay. I can't believe you said you're a 2000s kid, Eric. You made me
No, Richie. You know what's weird? I get these kids like at my job. That are like 18 or 19. They're like, oh yeah, I was born in 2000. 5 or something, and I'm like, that's not real.
That's not real.
You're not a real person right now.
No, I'm from 99, right. but I don't count as a 90s kid because I was from 99. The same way you're 89.
Then I hear that they're born like 4 or 5 years after 9/11. I'm like, you're not real. Like, go away. I don't believe
like people that'll say that I graduated in like 2020 or like 2019 or something. Like that's not real. There's no way.
Yeah.
But
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Richie. Yeah, we were done with Richie. Yeah.
Sorry, I glitched out for a second. I don't know. I really like Poltergeist. I don't think it's mid by any means. I think my I used to do this thing when like at video stores, like especially if I was like homesick or whatever, where I'm like, hey, mom, go to the video store. Just give me any random one. And I just want to see. I always like surprises, and I like to see what random stuff it comes up with. And one. Yeah. Look, you'll get. I'm talking at the moment. You see it yourself.
Did you say your dog got mad the other day because you didn't let her eat a bottle cap or something?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like, no, if you don't eat a bottle cap, she's a baby. But yeah, I don't think Poltergeist is mid. I think it's great. I think it's a great. It builds up tension great. I think it. Yeah, it is generally. I think it's a great horror movie, and it's the reason why it's a classic. It sucks that there's like sort of a curse around this movie, like because Heather O'Rourke, like unfortunately, passed away as sort of a kid. She had a lot of like health issues, and then there was Dominic Dunn, died as well. I can't remember. I think that's his name.
Oh yeah.
There's a weird conspiracy around this movie, but yeah, it is a good movie. So, but I probably wouldn't put an S. I don't think about that much, but I'd go high A.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
I definitely remember this movie. It definitely scared the crap out of me as a kid. I'm gonna go with S tier for sure.
Yeah.
Jordan, Poltergeist was one of those ones that I have on my short list of like movies that kind of like you, if somebody brought it up, I'll probably give it an S tier. I don't know if I would like actively, bring it up as one of my higher ones, but it's in that sort of like teens category. But for that, you brought it up, so I'll give it an S. Like I will say that I'll probably vote for other stuff higher than it later individually. But but for now, I'll give it like a low S tier. So I'm with it. But yeah,
for some reason, like the horror movies that like really freak me out sometimes are like the ones where you go through like a really intense, like horrible ordeal, and then there's just some calm music at the credits. La 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 la, just doing that, and it's like oh man, that's like really creepy. Yeah.
All right. There, Poltergeist will hang on for now, and we'll go back down to Zach.
So, what shit movie are you gonna bring up, Zach? I'm just kidding.
No. Annie, S tier. No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, definitely.
That was the lowest on my list. Spoiler alert. So don't bring that one up.
I am going with Clue for my next
choice.
Okay, you might not want to. Yeah. Anyway,
you might not like my answer, but we'll go. Go ahead.
I just think this is a funny and entertaining murder mystery, and I've enjoyed it every time I watch it, and I actually own it. And I'm gonna nominate it for S tier.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got great multiple endings too. I love that. So, but Eric, what do you say?
Well, a broken clock is correct twice a day, as they say. I love Clue. I don't know if I would put it an S tier because I haven't seen it once. I do really like it. I love a murder mystery. It was one of those that I bought at a yard sale for a very cheap price, like $1 on the DVD. So it was a very well earned reward for a $1, but a pretty good movie. I will go A for now, but I can see it being an S tier for me later in my life, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, look, I like Clue. I don't love it, but yeah, I mean, I like, I'm a huge murder mystery fan. I've always liked playing murder mystery. So the games, I'm talking about Clue. Yeah,
right.
Look, yes, I know.
Saying rate it higher.
I know Scooby-Doo is a thing. Okay, we'll talk about I like murder mystery stuff. I'm a sucker for that. But yeah, I don't know. There's something missing about Clue. I just wasn't as engaged. I feel like there's a movie that came around the same time. There's just more of a parody that I kind of vibe with more. It was like Murder by Death. It was funny. So, Clue's all right. I'd probably give it a B.
Yeah.
Murder by death, isn't that how most murders happen?
Yeah,
yeah, right. But Chris, what do you say?
I don't think it probably came around this time, but a movie I kind of like a little better than this one is John Candy's Delirious. That kind of was a parody movie, obviously. But this movie is just it's good for what it is. I don't own it. If it's on TV, I might watch it. But it's probably a B tier for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, I'm in that camp that I think Clue's kind of mad overrated, like especially with a lot of other people. I mean, people like what they like, but I've tried multiple times to really get into this movie, and it just doesn't click for me for whatever reason. Which is a shame because I love the cast. Like I'm a big Christopher Lloyd fan. I think he's great. I love Madeline Kahn. I mean, I love Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. So like Tim Curry, obviously, like it's a stacked cast up and down. I just can't get into it. It should tell you something when I own 2,000 movies over here. I don't own Clue, so that should and I own everything. So I mean, I own CHUD. Like that should tell you something. You're
a horror guy though.
No, but I mean, just like I own all kinds of shit that I'll never watch again. But like I don't own Clue, just because I've never been that enthusiastic about it. I mean, the cast gets me through it enough that I'll give it a C for Clue.
Yeah. Well, you know who owns Clue? Me, I own Clue, and I freaking love Clue. Like, I'm a huge fan, so you might like me, Zach, because I'm a massive fan. I think this movie's great. Like, I grew up playing the board game all the time. I love seeing all the characters. I even played, like, a computer version of a Clue. Be like, Mr. Green, it is your turn. Please roll the die.
I had that game.
Yeah. It's fun stuff for, like, old school, like, 90s computer games. But yeah, like, and the cast is just really, really good. Like I love Madeline Kahn, like when she's like, I'm so upset, flames, or something, yeah, like that. And then like Tim Curry's awesome, Christopher Lloyd's in there, Michael McKean, and then sort of like a weird fact. So the girl that played the maid, the like Yvette, the really sexy maid. You go look her up now. She's a plus size woman now. She has gained a lot of weight now, but she was
way to fat shame people.
I'm not trying to fat shame.
Yeah.
In their older age.
I just said that.
Man, this bitch got fat.
She's older. That's what happens.
Yeah, that happens at older age sometimes.
It happens. I mean,
changes, you adapt, you get older.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's a contrast. That's all. But yeah. I'm gonna give Clue an S tier. I think Clue is great. Yeah. So
Jordan, just for that.
You're fired.
Yep.
You're canceled. No, just whatever.
I just speak facts. That's all I do.
All right, so we got 2 S's, an A, 2 B's, and a C. It's kind of all over the place. I'll be generous and kick it into like a low S or low A. So yeah, I'll kick it into a low A. All right, so yeah, there you go. I mean, for God's sakes, should say something. I mean, Richie, I own the core special edition on Blu-ray.
That movie is painful.
I own everything, but I don't own Clue.
Burn it.
I hate that movie so much.
Burn it.
We watch Clue. Like I think that it holds up. I don't know. That's just
you should see my collection. I own the weirdest shit.
Yeah, but move on to Eric now. He's got another one to nominate.
Yeah, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'll have to go with one of those that I probably will have to fight for it. It's not as controversial, but probably I'm interested to hear your opinions on Heathers. Heathers is I have become an expert on Heathers because I wrote a 32 pages essay on Heathers once. I really want to publish that video because I recorded half of it, but it's a long ordeal, an hour plus video for me. But it's as my thesis in that essay is the mother of all modern teenager satires. Like you can trace back Jawbreaker, Mean Girls, even newer movies like Do Revenge or Bottoms on Heathers. I was speaking earlier about Batman Returns, and the guy that wrote Batman Returns also wrote Heathers. It was his like first crack at Hollywood. It's one of the most influential movies of his generation, even if it's not recognized as such. But a lot of people do, but not all of them. He has probably an even better performance by Winona Ryder, the one that put her in the map. Even better than Beetlejuice, I would say. I love Beetlejuice, but I love Winona Ryder more in Heathers. Christian Slater is great in it as a sort of creepy incel mass shooting guy that didn't age quite well, but at the time it wasn't as shocking as like at the time actually it was shocking, and now it's like that's too common. But Shannon Doherty is great. The main Heather is great. I'm blanking on her name. Kim Walters, I think it's something like that. It's Kim.
Yeah, Kim Walker. Yeah,
Kim Walker. That's the name. She's great in it. She died too early. That's a shame. But it's a really colorful movie, expertly directed by Michael Lehman. The dialogue in that movie, like especially stuff like the ones that Ryan Murphy does with Scream Queens or Glee, or movies like Clueless, even get a lot of dialogue. That style of teenage, sort of intellectual, but not really dialogue. It's from Heathers, and it's an S tier definitely. But I kind of want to see your thoughts on it, all of you, especially Zach.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Well, Heathers is one of my big blind spots. I've been meaning to get around to it for years and just haven't. So
it's free on YouTube.
I'll get around to it at some point. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say about Heathers?
Apparently it's on Amazon Prime, but I've never ever seen it, so I'll have to actually check it out.
Oh wow!
I can hand you my. I also have it on Steelbook.
Nice. That's cool. I'm Austin.
So, Eric, Heathers was a blind spot until this year when Fathom Events just showed it for the 35th anniversary this past summer, and I went and watched it. So, because, anytime I got a blind spot and I get a chance to see it in a theater, I'll go see it. And I heard a lot about Heathers over the years. It's a weird movie, really weird movie. I thought it was kind of tonally all over the place. I didn't know really what to make of it. That's probably why it's a cult classic, and I've seen it on all these cult lists over the years. It's got weird stuff where like Christian Slater's just pulling out a gun in the cafeteria and nothing ever happens to him. He just does, and it's just accepted, no problem. They're stripping down people in the woods and murdering them, but also making like really goofy, just clicky jokes. I couldn't quite put my finger on like what to think about it. Honestly, I got to sit with that movie for a while, maybe even watch it again. I wasn't like bored or anything by it. I was entertained for the most part. The cast is some pretty great 80s goodness there. I'll go like a B tier for now because I was entertained enough, but I'm not in the camp where I'm like all in on Heathers yet, Eric. But I thought it was an interesting movie for sure. Yeah.
No, the first time I saw it, I agreed with you on that. But ever since I watched it, I clicked with it more. But it is a.
I think it takes repeat viewings, to get into it, from what I've heard. But I've only seen it the once, so. I'm not going to crap on it though. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, so Heathers for me is also a blind spot. I've never seen Heathers, and but I do see that there was a Heathers TV series that canceled after one season. That was not good. Yeah, I got bad reviews. So but
there's also a musical, very popular musical.
Nice. But Zach, have you seen Heathers?
I have not seen Heathers, but it is on my watch list on Tubi. So,
unfortunately.
All right. Well, we'll give you another shot there, Eric. You get one mulligan on Tier Ranker Fight. So it's gonna have to go. We need at least 3 people to see it. So it's gonna be one that haven't seen. But we'll give you a mulligan. You get one more shot. But if you go with a haven't seen on this one, unfortunately, we got to move on. But that's how it works. So we'll give you a mulligan. What else?
So I'll probably go with something that hopefully more people have seen. It's probably. Not as even less known that no, it's probably more known. Everybody knows Akira, right? Akira is great.
Oh, we'll talk about Akira. We've had a show where Akira came up earlier this year. So we'll talk about it.
Do some animation stuff. So
Like there's not many animated movies here, right? It's probably the only one.
Might be the only one. Yeah,
might be.
It's been really brought up recently because now everybody's doing the bike slide. Like in Nope and Spider-Man game and all over the place. But Akira is great. Like it's one of the greatest anime movies of all time, greatest animated movies in general. It's violent as hell. It's weird, but it's good weird, like really, really weird. But I don't have much to say because I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it being it deserves to be an S tier.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say about Akira?
Yeah, I've only seen Akira once. It is really good, but I haven't gone. I need to have repeat viewings. There's a lot of other ones on this list that I've had repeat viewings, and I beloved more. But I do see the hype of it, and it probably will go up and get to that spot on repeat viewings. It was really good. So just because of that, I'll go A. But it is very good.
Yeah. Chris, what do you say?
I've actually never seen Akira, and I like anime. I don't know why I've never seen it before, but yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Austin, what do you say?
So I don't like anime, but Eric, here's the thing: we did an animated on 80s animated tier ranker, and Akira was one of my blind spots, and I had heard a bunch about it. So I gave it a shot, and I'm not really a big anime guy or even a Studio Ghibli guy. It's just not my thing. Like, yeah, I get why people like it. It's just not my thing. But I watched Akira, and Akira fucking rules. That movie's awesome. That movie was great, and I think on that episode, like, I put it in the S tier. I gave it an S tier vote, and I was like, this movie's fucking great. It looked great on Blu-ray. I immediately went out and upgraded, bought the 4K pretty much right afterwards. It has like great sci-fi stuff, kind of dystopian technology things. Really great monsters at the end and body horror and all kinds of crazy shit.
It's an extremely Pez movie. I would say. I would have been surprised if you didn't like it.
No, totally. Yeah, it's got a lot of the stuff I do like in certain animes, kind of all mashed into one. So yeah, I really dug it, and this is again on my list, sort of like Poltergeist, where I probably wouldn't have brought it up personally, but I put it on my short list of like, hey, the ones. Hey, if somebody else brings it up, you know what? I'll probably give it an S tier. So you brought it up, I'll give it an S tier. Why not? Yeah. And Jordan's in the same position as I was, because I think he watched it for that too. So yeah.
Yep, I watched it for that same episode, and yeah, the movie's really, really good. Yeah, like I was really surprised. It's just action packed, and it's got a lot of cool kind of like futuristic dystopian kind of vibes in it, and yeah, just like really cool, just the use of technology and all that stuff. I think it's really, really great. And like I'm for the most part not really an anime guy, but there's a handful. There's maybe like 5 that I really like, and Akira is one of them. I actually really like it, but I don't know for me though if I'm as into anime to like put any I mean, well, there might be 1 or 2 animes actually I could put on S tier. This one I probably put on like A tier though, but still really, really good. And also too, I've been talking for years about a live action one that was maybe going to be directed by Taika Waititi, which is kind of interesting. So
I feel like he'd make that, but anyway.
Who knows about that? That seems like a weird choice for him, but there's no talk about it for years. But then recently this year, he's talked about it a little. So we'll see. But yeah, so A for me. But Zach, have you seen Akira?
Short answer: I have not seen Akira.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
I will say the other one I watched for that episode, Eric, that I did not enjoy as much was Ghost in the Shell. I didn't like Ghost in the Shell.
I really like Ghost in the Shell too.
I found that movie extremely confusing, and I could not figure out what the fuck was going on in that movie.
That's more of a thinker that you have.
I did not get it.
It's more weirder.
Yeah. So
I liked it. I watched it too, but like I probably liked it a little more than Austin, but I was still really confused.
Yeah. All right, but it'll go in A tier. We've got 2 S's and 2 A's. So
A is for Akira.
A for Akira. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, had you asked me about a year ago, I would have said I haven't seen it, Eric. So I watched that episode. There you go. All right. So Richie, we'll go back to you.
Richie.
All right. Nervous? First time? No, I'll be nervous. I'll be nervous a lot of times. Airplane. You don't.
Yes.
Airplane's one of my favorite comedies of all time. It is so the fact that they didn't. They just took an existing movie that was serious and just just played around with it, and it's so goddamn funny. I don't think people realize that Leslie Nielsen had that in him, and he became one of the one of the biggest comedy icons ever. It's so great. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is fantastic. I love this movie. It's just endlessly quotable. It's what parody movies should be, playing it serious. It has been an S tier for me. Airplane.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say about Airplane?
Airplane is a masterpiece. It's hilarious. It's just a great all-around movie, and I could watch this movie again and again easy. That definitely when I need to buy a copy of 4K. They have it out on 4K.
That was on
but
4K.
yeah,
There's multiple Blu-rays. I have a dual Blu-ray with Airplane and Airplane 2, the sequel, which is not as good, but it has its moments. Richie, I'll just say Airplane should be in the S tier because.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
I think that scene is one of the goddamn funniest scenes ever when he's just like, you like gladiator movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, you ever been in a Turkish prison? You ever hang around outside gymnasiums? I mean, this movie's awesome. Yeah, it's so good. I literally, for jokes per minute, there may not be a higher quota than Airplane, just for jokes either spoken or just gags in the background or just little visual puns.
Blink and you miss it stuff.
There's literally probably close to 1,000 jokes in this movie. You have to watch it over and over again just to catch every single thing in it. It's breezy. It's 85 minutes. It flies by, and it's literally the movie it's based on is called 0 Hour. And if you ever watch it, it's a horrifically boring movie, but it's the same movie. They just added jokes, and it's nuts. It's almost the same dialogue, and it's crazy how they made it funny. We wouldn't have Naked Gun or Hot Shots or any of those sort of movies without Airplane. And I love it more and more the more times I watch it. Go listen to the Cinephiles episode with John Roque and Steve Morris, where they had Scott Mantz on for Airplane, and it's really funny because it's just Scott Mantz and Steve Morris just quoting Airplane, trying to get John Roque to convince him it's a good movie. So it's really funny. It's hilarious. It's really funny.
What was it we had? What was it we had for dinner tonight? We had a choice between chicken or fish. Ah, that's right. I had lasagna.
I had lasagna. I remember greatly. I had lasagna. Nice. So fucking the shit that comes out of nowhere in that movie is great. Easy S tier for Airplane. It's on my list. Yeah.
So, isn't it also kind of loosely based on Airport too? That's part of it.
No, it's based on 0 Hour. It has nothing to do with Airport, even though Airport was in the 70s. Yeah, no, it's based on 0 Hour
in this movie. I've heard so many people talk about it.
They're mistaken. It's based on a movie called 0 Hour.
Yeah, because that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say it's a 0 Hour. I always hear people say Airport. I don't know, but I think the movie's really, really good, and it's one of those movies that I'm learning to appreciate it more and more. The more times that I watch it, I catch more jokes or more nuances. Because the first time that I saw it, I was kind of it's fine. But I've seen it 3 times now, and I found more to appreciate every single time. And I'm still going to give it S tier because I have a list of S tier rated movies. It's the last one to just squeak in. That if someone else were to bring it up, I would say yes to S tier. So I'll say S tier. So yeah, but it'll be low when it comes to the end voting. I may not vote as high on it. So
sure.
Yeah, but Zach, what do you say about Airplane?
I think this is just an okay movie.
Oh my god!
It's seriously, but it's not great to me. There are actually, looking at my list, there are actually 6 comedies on this list that I think are funnier than Airplane.
Oh man!
So I've
got a couple higher, but not a lot.
What'd you say? C tier for Airplane?
C tier.
Oh my god!
Yeah. All right. Well, Eric,
I will pick you up with this. I have seen Airplane. Sadly, I have only seen it once, but I saw it at a very special time. I watched it it's been 8 years since I saw it, but I saw it very sick. I really needed a funny movie, and Airplane really picked me up. It's a really, really funny movie. Zach, I forgot to say that. Surely you can be serious. See, Airplane for
I am serious. Don't come Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Airplane for me is a very high A, mostly because I haven't seen it since, but I remember very fondly Airplane, so I wouldn't be opposed to being on S tier. But just for the sake of variety, I will put it in a very high A.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you one quick thing to leave you on an Airplane. How flawlessly the jokes flow in this movie. Just watch.
Captain, how soon can you land?
I can't tell.
You can tell me. I'm a doctor.
No, I'm just not sure.
But can't you take a guess?
Well, no,
for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
No. I mean, we can't land for another 2 hours. Fog has closed down everything this side of the mountains. We've got to get through to Chicago.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours.
That was also.
It's so great.
I was watching some clip. What is the name of the TV show that he did before?
Police
the
Squad.
Naked Gun. I was watching some clips of that. Leslie Nielsen was a treasure. Like he's really good.
He was.
He's really funny. Yeah.
And also, they play it straight, and that's what makes it funny that they play it straight. They're not being goofy.
Unlike these Freeburg Seltzer assholes where everybody's got a smile, goofy grin on their face, where they're going, hey, it's Indiana Jones. That's not a parody. That's a reference.
And they just reference stuff. Hey,
reference stuff. Hey, look, it's Iron Man. That's not a joke. That's a reference.
Yeah, it's not a joke, and it's not funny.
No, it's definitely not funny. All right. Chris, you're up next.
I'm going to go with Caddyshack.
Hey.
I think Caddyshack is definitely S tier. The movie's incredible. The writing's solid. The awesome cast, music, everything about this movie is spot on. The jokes are solid too. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid. Woo! No, Caddyshack rules. I've beat the drum for Caddyshack for a long time. That's a movie that I remember the first time I saw it, I wasn't like super into it, but as I got older, like watched it more and more. That's another movie where the jokes kind of there's a lot of jokes, especially with Chevy Chase, that are like really subtle and really quick, like, and you pick them up later. Rodney Dangerfield's kind of like the big over the top one doing the more obvious stuff. But yeah, like that movie's really, really funny. I've gone back and watched it a decent amount of times, and I dig it. So, especially the sports comedy. So that's another one, Chris, that I've talked about on that list of like, if somebody brings it up, I'll give it an S tier. So why not? I'll give it an S for Caddyshack. Yeah, I think that movie's really, really funny.
Well, sorry, you might not like me because I'm not a Caddyshack fan. I'm just not, and I'm probably due for a rewatch. I've only seen it one time, and when I saw it, like, I didn't laugh like the whole movie. I was just like, "This is what? What are people talking about?" And I remember, like, back in the day, watching like Schmoes Know live show, and like they were obsessed with Caddyshack. They would talk about that thing to death on there, and I'm just like, what do they like find so funny? So I hadn't seen it back then, so I watched it because they always talked about it, and I was just like, what am I watching? Like there's all these like hilarious people, but they're not being funny. I don't know. To me, I thought it was just kind of cheesy. So I mean, this is just me being generous because there's some things on here that are definitely a lot worse than Caddyshack. So I can recognize that. So I'll say C. I almost want to give it a D, but I'll say C.
What?
That's being generous. So. Yeah, it's just not for me.
Oh my god,
the jokes don't work. But I am willing to rewatch it and like see if it maybe hits more for me. Like I've only seen it once, so yeah.
So many people woke up and chose violence, I think, and just
I agree.
I don't know, but Zach,
you do drugs, Danny? Every day. Good man.
Yeah. But Zach, what do you say about Caddyshack?
It's in your top 10.
I don't have much to say about Caddyshack because I have never seen it.
Which of the comedies you put higher than that? Then there can't be that many comedies on this list. I see a few.
There's a few more,
I guess. Yeah. All right,
yeah. That's fair. Eric, what do you say about Caddyshack?
I have seen Caddyshack. Same with Airplane. I have only seen it once, but I don't remember it quite as fondly. And more near the Jordan camp. Nor not a C. I would say it's not. I remember laughing a couple times, but it's probably a B for me. I can see it growing on me, but I haven't seen it since.
The only thing that I like about it is the Kenny Loggins music. That's it. So, but yes, Richie.
Yeah, I think
I remember if you voted. Sorry.
I think Caddyshack is quite quotable, kind of like Airplane. It's in my realm of humor. And yeah, I sort of have it on that list like Austin, where I didn't have it on my list, but if someone was to put an S, I would agree. So that happened. So S.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 3 S's, a B, and a C. So it's in that territory of like almost, yeah. I mean, Scarface is higher. Yeah, it's weird because it's mostly C's, but
where is Scarface at?
It's gonna get bumped eventually, so I might as well just do it now.
What is Scarface at?
Yeah.
Scarface has 3 S's and 2 A's and a D.
Yeah.
So that should be down on A2 then.
Well, eventually it will get bumped for sure. That'll be the first one that gets bumped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hanging on by like razor wire.
Yeah, it was the first movie to make it to the S tier, so that's why
exactly. That's what happens. It hangs on, and then it'll get bumped eventually. All right.
Well, Austin.
All right. So let me take a look at my list. Yeah, let's. Sure, let's go with another one of my favorite kind of 80s action movies, and you guys better put this damn movie in S tier because it deserves it. Predator, god damn it!
You stole my pick, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You can pick something else, Jordan.
Yeah,
you always have extra stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
no, Predator. This movie rules. It's great and it's still awesome. As much as I talk about Predator 2, that does not diminish my love for Predator. I've watched this movie, God, probably close to 100 times. Like, I think it's another damn near perfect action movie for what it's trying to do. Great debut for John McTiernan, who would go on to do Die Hard, obviously, and really have a hell of a debut here. It's masterfully done. Just all those practical stuff with the jungle, how it's kind of a reverse action movie. You start out with like the machismo and the gun battles, and then it kind of breaks down into a primal, guerrilla warfare movie, one-on-one thing. But you really get to know all the characters. Shane Black had a hand in some of the writing of this, so you really know all the guys and get into them. Really great personalities, Carl Weathers and Bill Duke and Jesse Ventura. Like, it's awesome. Just very masterfully well done. A little bit of horror movie elements in there. Just a damn near perfect movie and a phenomenal Alan Silvestri score. So, let's go S tier for Predator.
Yeah. So Predator is awesome. That was the one that I was maybe going to bring up, and back in the day we had a show on the channel called Blind Spots, and I think me and Chris did like a deep dive on Predator. It's just really good. It's got some really iconic moments when they first get to the jungle. They start killing people, and then the alien comes, or Predator, whatever you want to call it, and starts attacking and like all the, I believe they're Marines, right? I think, there's just some like pretty awesome stuff. And then like near the end when Arnold gets to take on the Predator just one-on-one, because the Predator could just go and just wipe everybody out probably, but he actually like has enough respect to like actually show himself to Arnold, and then like just go toe-to-toe with him one-on-one. Like he kind of wants to like just like have this one-on-one battle. So like it's pretty cool. So, and like all the different tactics when he's getting down in the mud and like just all that stuff is just really cool. So this is an easy S tier for me. So.
You ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are in the real world. Get my position one more time. I'll bleed you real quiet. Leave you here. Got that?
Yeah.
I love Bill Duke in this movie. He's amazing.
Yeah. Bill Duke, yeah, he's a badass. Yeah, but Zach, what do you say about Predator?
This was another movie that was on my S tier, and I could have brought it up if it hadn't been brought up, but I think this movie is awesome. It has a lot of cool elements to it, good horror aspects, good action, and just an all-around great setting as well. So, S tier for me.
And probably the most iconic bro handshake of all time. It's like, but
gigantic arms.
Yeah, but Eric, what do you say about Predator?
Yeah. I ain't got time to bleed. I love Predator. Like it's one of those that I saw it for the first time like probably 2 years ago, and it really surprised me. Like I obviously heard it's pretty good, but it is pretty much the same as RoboCop, but it has no business being this good. Like it's actually a really, really good movie. Like obviously Arnold is great. The Predator design is top tier. Monster design, I would say. The dialogue is great. The first time the first part, the funny part with the action is all great, but it's so tense that by the time the Predator starts taking out everybody, like and like it's pretty funny that most people misunderstand Prey, the newer one, and that how that girl beat the Predator, they say, and she isn't as strong as those guys, and the issue is those guys didn't have to be strong. They have to play smart to beat the Predator. It's a great movie, like S tier action movie, not only of the 80s or not only of one word, but all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah. Top tier action film, top tier Schwarzenegger film. Yeah, well, I think we couldn't do a list without Predator being in an S tier. I think it's great, and the character design's awesome, and to this day I'm still always looking forward to a Predator movie thanks to this movie, even if that's diminishing return, maybe diminishing returns. Maybe for the second one, diminishing returns. Since then, but I love this movie. So yes, S tier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris. What do you say about
absolutely an S tier movie. It's incredible. Definitely a perfect film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. All right. Cool. I got two clean sweeps. Goddamn it! I'm on a roll. Let's go. I got one more in the chamber. Let's go.
Yeah.
I haven't even got to it yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm up next for my pick, and I'll go with another comedy. I'll go with a comedy that might say they're not much better than Caddyshack, but I like this one better. I'll go with National Lampoon's Vacation, which is a movie that got here on a technicality because it's National Lampoon's, but like most people just call it Vacation, so we have it in there. So, but
I think I looked at it. Yeah, it's debatable, but I think on IMDb it says Vacation. I mean, I'll allow it.
Right. Yeah, but this movie, just the movie that just started it off with the Griswolds and their family, and like them going to Wally World and just like having one crazy thing after the next just happen. It's like the dad just dragging his family on this vacation that like no one really wants to be on, and then just so many great moments, like when they end up in like St. Louis and he's like, hey, do you know how to get to the freeway? And then I can't remember what the guy said, but he's like, fuck you, like basically like just tells him to fuck off or whatever. He hears gunshots, he's like, well, roll them up. Just like get out of there. Yeah. Or like the freaking grandma that's just like a total just bitch like the whole way. And then the grandma's dog is just like feral, almost like a crazed animal, and then they end up dragging it behind the car, or like it just does like it's really like weird random thing that they like pull over for like a picnic and then like Clark the dog wet on the picnic basket or whatever. Just like really random stuff. And then when they finally get to Wally World and then John Candy's there, that's a cool surprise.
Sorry, folks. First close. Moose out front should have told you.
Yeah, yes. right. Yeah, moose out front. Yeah, but or like when Rusty has his first beer and he's like trying to give him the talk, but he's really awkward. He's like, good talk, Dad. Like I do that to my dad all the time when he says something awkward. Like, good talk, Dad. so yeah, that's an easy S tier. So yeah, S tier for Vacation. But Zach, what do you say?
So this was one of the comedies that I think is funnier than Caddyshack, but the highest I'm going is a B tier simply because I've seen all 5 movies in this franchise, and to me, Vacation is the one right in the middle for me because I think Vegas and Christmas are better than Vacation.
I swear to God, if you would have said the remake thing with like Ed Helms was better than this, I would have maybe thrown you off the stream.
No,
or if you would have said European,
European is a piece of crap.
Yeah, that movie's not good. Yeah, but
Vegas is my favorite of the franchise. So
well, I did not like Vegas. So,
but I
like it.
But I'm giving it a B tier.
Yeah. Eric, what do you say about A Vacation?
Out of the vacation movies of the 80s, my favorite one is Lost in America with Albert Brooks. It's a great movie.
I blind bought that on Criterion. I haven't watched it yet, Eric. I need to.
Yeah, but I actually haven't seen the vacation movies, either of them, neither all of the first four, at least with Chevy Chase, which is funny because I just bought the first four and the remake as a package deal. They come in Walmart like at $12. I bought it for an uncle who really wanted to have them, so I kind of want to watch them before giving it to him, just to watch all of them. I haven't seen it, but pretty much all of my family that lives on the United States, that they love the vacation movies.
Yeah, they're great. Richie, what do you say about Vacation?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was going to bring it up, but I was saving it for maybe Chris to bring it up, considering he's wearing the shirt, the sweater,
Griswold shirt.
Griswold shirt. But,
Yeah,
you know,
thank you.
He took his time, and then you swooped in. Yeah. Anyway, this is my favorite vacation movie. I think it's fantastic. I watch it all the time. Even if it's not Christmas oriented, I watch this over Christmas vacation, over Christmas, just for reasons. Just I don't know, just like watching it. And yeah, I think it's great. Certainly better than Vegas. I mean, like people know I have a soft spot for the remake. This doesn't mean it's good. Just it's certainly better than the remake by leaps and bounds. It's endlessly quotable. That you just want to, you love being on this journey with perilous sort of journey with this family, and I think it works. It's amazing. So S tier for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, you definitely do see Beverly D'Angelo topless in the shower at the beginning of this movie. So it's there, but Chris, what do you say?
This movie is absolutely an S tier movie.
F tier. Yep. Sorry, I only wore this shirt. I only wore this jumper because it was like I couldn't find anything else in my wardrobe.
Right.
No, I was just wearing a Christmas shirt because I'm a weirdo because I like wearing my Christmas sweaters during Christmas time. So.
Well, that's not weird. You're wearing it around the appropriate time of year, so it's fine.
Yeah,
but why are you wearing a Christmas sweater in April? That's weird.
It's fucking hot as shit in the summer in August. Yeah, I'm gonna wear my Christmas sweater.
So I think it's a freaking awesome movie. Definitely, absolutely an S tier movie. For sure.
Sounds good.
I'll also go S. I'll go like a low S. Vacation's a lot of fun. It's my favorite of the ones. Like I like Christmas Vacation. I'm just not as high as everybody else is on that one, but this one's kind of one of the all-time great road movies. I think everybody has really great chemistry and a lot of great little bits. And I adore John Candy at the end. He's a lot of fun. Rusty, may I call you Rusty? I had a bad experience on this ride once. What? I threw up. And the guy at the end, by the way, is the Duncan's Toy Chest guy, Jordan. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Playing Roy Wally. Yeah, I forget the dude's name, but he's the Duncan's Toy Chest guy from Home Alone.
Turtle Doves, you'll be friends forever.
So it'll kind of for right now sort of hang around where it's at, maybe slightly above Airplane actually. So there you go.
And also, you get to hear Holiday Road, which you don't get to hear in Christmas Vacation.
So, fun fact about Holiday Road, Jordan. I used to play it a lot just while I was stacking off shit in my freezer. Like, I'll just have my earbud in. So much so that one of the years on my Spotify, when it gives you that end of the year thing, how much, what song you listen to the most, I listened to Holiday Road the most one year out of any other song. Because I used to have it on repeat because it was fun to stack off shit to Holiday Road.
It makes sense because a lot of my highest for this year were like things I was testing out for like intros for some of these shows end up being my highest of the year.
Meanwhile, I think in the remake they play that song 6 times in 6 different versions of that song.
Right. They're gonna overdo it.
All right, so we still got about 32 minutes. If we kind of fly through it, everybody can get another sort of regular round pick before we go to the Hail Marys. If we make it quick, so Zach, you want to throw out another one?
I was contemplating whether I wanted to take yours, Austin, because I think I know what yours is.
I mean, you can and let me pick something else. That's fine, and I'll advocate for something else.
No, but I have other ones, so I'm gonna go with Glory as my next one.
Okay.
I just think this movie just has a great story, amazing performances, and just just a lot of drama, and it's definitely a movie I've seen more than once. So I'm putting it in an S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really like movies with the word glory in it, because don't you have Glory Road as one of your favorite movies?
Yes.
Yeah. But Eric, what do you say?
As opposed to Zach, I have only seen this movie once, and it was actually yesterday. I watched it yesterday for the first time.
Nice.
I really wanted to watch it. I heard pretty good things about it, and especially more now that Andrew Brower passed away. I'm a pretty big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he's great in this movie. Like the whole cast is great. Denzel, obviously, like he won the Oscar for this one. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
He's great in it. Morgan Freeman is great. As I said, Andrew Brower is great. Surprisingly, I always thought Matthew Broderick at the beginning was like miscast, but with that, especially the first half of his arc, like it makes sense that he is actually casting the role, because it is pretty interesting the way they made an emphasis that he's pretty young, he's inexperienced, he's very afraid of putting them at war at the beginning. They kind of skip, for at least for me, they skip a part of that arc, where he goes like being really proud of the whole team. It's probably the best Civil War movie I have seen. I haven't seen that many, so there's better war movies to me, especially because as much as I like James Horner, most of the times I think his score is not that. It's very. I don't want to use the word like manipulated, but it kind of is to me. Like it feel the things. Like the subtler things in the movie make me feel more than the score, at least to me. And there's also the whole conversation about being a black story told from the perspective of a white guy, but that's a whole other deal. It's not the time nor the place. I'm not the person to talk about it. But to me, it's a very high A for me, at least for now, because it's the first time I saw it. Mostly because the cast is great and it's pretty interesting characters in it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Also, the violence in this one is really good. Like I was surprised. They start with a very the way they did the wars at the time. It was really weird, at least to me, because I was watching the Ridley Scott movie Napoleon. The war looks like amazing in those movies, and the beginning of this one is so, and then it starts really violent. And okay, I get it.
How much wars back then were just dudes running at each other with their with the things on the front of their guns? Yeah, just trying to stab each other. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't seem very practical to me.
Yeah, right.
Weird. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when it took you 3 minutes to reload your musket, you do what you got to do. It's probably more efficient just stab somebody.
Yeah, right. Yep. But Richie, what do you say about Glory?
Yeah, I think Glory is a great war movie. It's not like one I go back to a lot, but the performances are all good. I've got there's no glaring issues to me, and I think it's really good. But yeah, I'll probably go a high A for it. Yeah, there's a lot of there's another. There's Paths of Glory is probably I like better than Glory.
Paths of Glory rules. That movie's amazing.
yeah. It's still a blind spot for me, but
you got to watch Pez of Glory, man. It's great. It's Kubrick. It's an 85-minute Kubrick movie. Come on, get on that, Jordan.
Yeah, right.
It's incredible.
Well, when it comes up for one of these shows, we'll figure it out. So yeah. But Chris, what do you say about Glory?
It's good. It does a great job sort of exploring the Civil War and everything. But I mean, but S tier, probably A for me.
Yeah. But at least you're not as bad as Malcolm when he'll say, "Yeah, that's really good. I really like this. Like a really great cast, and I like this and this." D tier.
So like,
do that. Yeah.
Like you. Earlier.
No. I only had one, but it was a C tier on Caddyshack. But yeah.
Akira.
But was it A for Akira?
No, he said A for Akira.
Yeah.
He liked it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the general camp here where, yeah, I think Glory is very good. I've only ever seen it twice. I think it's a good movie with some really great elements to it, like individually with Denzel and a couple of supporting performances. Yeah, I mean, the horror score is very kind of sappy and over the top, and yeah, it kind of pushes you in the directions they want you to go. But then again, Shawshank kind of does the same shit. So like, I can't criticize it too much. There's movies like that just do that, but they're very well done. So yeah, I'm in kind of a high A territory. That's where I had it on my my own little rankings here. So I'll go A.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to see who directed it.
It's Ed Zwick, the guy who did Last Samurai. And, yeah.
Well, we would have had Steven on here. Like, he's a huge Ed Zwick. I always talks about him, but yeah, I think Glory's awesome. Like, I think that's really, really good. It's like like one of the best like depictions of the Civil War. I don't know if there's too many Civil War movies out there, really, but and yeah, like I think that's a really great performance from Denzel. He kind of steals the show, but even Andre Braugher, yeah, like he's really good. And then Cary Elwes, like he pops up, like he's good. So yeah. And I think it's pretty powerful, and it just kind of shows like a part of what they went through, because the Civil War was like one of the most bloodiest wars of like all time. Like it just was like so. And they get into it a little, but I'll still say S tier. Yeah, I think it's good. I got ranked pretty high on my list. So yeah.
All right, it's got 2 and 4, so it'll kind of be high A territory there. Yeah, so there we go. Let's go up to Eric for your next pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too many S tier left, except for the ones that I think will probably come up. So I kind of want. I can see it being brought up earlier. You can stay in that row. I'm going with Gremlins. Wouldn't be a Movie Hero Network appearance for me if Gremlins didn't show up. Gremlins is one that it has grown on me a lot since I first saw it, like maybe a couple of years ago. Then I've seen it more recently, and it's probably one of the better Christmas horror movies out there. I will know because I just saw the Ming one, the Grinch parody movie, and that was pretty bad. So Gremlins is pretty good, especially good in comparison to those types of movies. But I think obviously also great character design. The creatures are great. The Gremlins, the Stripe, and all the Gizmo, beautiful. It's a pretty fun movie. I still need to see the new batch, but since the new batch is not here, the Gremlins will do.
Bro, you gotta watch the new batch. It's one of the most entertaining movies ever made. I hold to that. It's fucking awesome. It's so good.
It is especially my type of
pure anarchy, bro. You need to watch that ASAP. Like, put that on the highest of your list. It's great.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, Richie.
Yeah. I'm in the camp of I prefer new batch, but I do love Gremlins as well. I think Gremlins is a lot of fun. It terrified me as a kid, but I think it's great. So yeah, I have no problem with going S tier. S tier, sure.
Yeah. Chris, what do you say about Gremlins?
Gremlins is such a good movie. It's just masterfully done. Music is incredible. The cinematography is amazing, and Gizmo is freaking adorable. We're gonna absolutely go S tier for that.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I feel like people have gotten on the wrong idea about me. Like, I talk about Gremlins 2 so much that they think like I don't like Gremlins as much or whatever. But like, don't get me wrong, like Gremlins rules. It's great. It's just like I just think Gremlins 2 is even that much better. It's like Gremlins is like S tier and Gremlins 2 is like S plus. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that difference of that. And it's great. The score is a lot of fun. Really good casting. Kind of a great use of locations. And a lot of really good practical stuff. When you've got a whole theater full of puppets, doing their thing, it's great. Or a whole bar, the whole scene where they just go to the bar and there's one's like swinging from the ceiling fans and like, just throwing bottles everywhere and just going nuts. Like, it's just so much fun. And it has a good tone, like, great comedic stuff, but also like pretty horrific horror scenes, like when the mom just goes straight horror with a butcher knife on like 3 gremlins in the kitchen. Like, it's pretty great. Like, throws one in the microwave and she throws one in a blender and she stabs one to death straight up. Like, it's great. There's some good horror stuff there. So Gremlins is really, really good. And I watch it every Christmas for sure. So I'll go S tier as well for Gremlins.
Yeah, whatever happened to Zach Galligan, like the kid from that?
He still does movies like B movies. He does a lot of B movies. He still pops up and stuff. He was in one of the Hatchet movies. Like he's done some other stuff, but yeah, he's kind of like one of those. He does conventions and stuff. I mean, he's around.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, and I was happy to see Phoebe Cates on screen again because I mean, from Fast Time, she's definitely very attractive. But and then Corey Feldman. Of course, he's like the king of the '80s, and I think Gremlins is great. So if Poltergeist is my favorite horror movie from the '80s, I mean, Gremlins is my number 2. It's like number 1 and number 2. They're like neck and neck, very very close, and yeah, it has a great score, also by Jerry Goldsmith, the same composer. Like dun 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 dun. Yeah. It's great though, and I think that it's fun just seeing the gremlins running around. Don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, all that stuff. So yeah, I'll go easy S tier for Gremlins. So. But Zach, what do you say about Gremlins? Okay.
So funny thing about Gremlins is, if this tier ranker had not happened tonight, that would have been my movie that I had watched for the first time ever.
Oh, okay.
So I had never seen it, so it'll be my movie for tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, definitely watch it for Christmas. Yeah, it's a good Christmas horror movie.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
That's the thing. I just had never gotten around to it. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's still got 5 clean sweeps, but that's the same that RoboCop had. So they're right next to RoboCop. So Zach
Galligan's last movie he was in was a movie called Madness in the Method, which was directed by Jason Mewes.
Oh yeah, the Jason Mewes movie. Yeah, I heard about that. Okay, nice.
But I'll go to Richie, right?
Richie, yeah.
You know what? I could use it to talk about one obvious one that we haven't brought up.
I think there's still 2 really obvious ones that we haven't brought up, but we're all kind of dancing around it because it might just make it in the Hail Mary anyways. So we're just dancing around them.
Yeah. But I haven't talked about bad movies yet. I'm gonna do a bad one. It's fun to talk about that one sometime. Put Supergirl in the F tier.
F tier. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sure.
Supergirl.
Yeah, we need something down there.
Oh yeah. F tier's looking a little lonely.
Yeah. This. This movie is just unfortunately just fails at every corner. The story is uninteresting. It's got the visual effects suck. It's just illogical. It makes no sense. Helen Slater has got no charisma at all. She's boring. It's a fun bad watch, but yeah, it's just got very Superman 4 Quest for Peace vibe sort of thing, and yeah, it doesn't work. So yeah, maybe you can give it a D just because you can have entertainment with it, but as an overall movie, I just think it doesn't work on any sort of level beyond maybe it's so bad it's good kind of thing. But yeah, it's not a good movie. So yeah,
from the director of Jaws 2. Girl.
Yeah.
Shit, how does this work? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say about
Supergirl? I agree. Supergirl is horrible. Definitely an F tier movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Supergirl's interesting. Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times just because it's one of those movies, Richie, that you go back to just being like, there's got to be something in here that's decent, right? Maybe I'll see something this time where it's maybe I'll catch on to something or, I'll see something interesting. It's no, this movie just has no value. Faye Dunaway is laughably bad as the villain. She's really terrible. Yeah, the visual effects are awful. There's barely any money into this thing. When you make Superman 4 look like it has good visual effects, you're doing something wrong. There's a sequence where they get stuck in the Phantom Zone for a fucking hour, it feels like. And they just sit there, they're just wandering around, and it's really boring. It's not a great movie. I'm surprised, honestly, Richie, that The Flash even acknowledged Helen Slater as Supergirl in that one scene. I was like, why bother? I was like, no one gives a shit. She could have just done Christopher Reeve. I mean, I appreciate it on a completionist geeky level, level, but like, you know, it's just like, why bother? I don't know. So,
you mean the scene where they're showing all the previous ones that played?
Yeah, all the other ones in like the other worlds. Yeah, like super, like because Helen Slater's like right next to Christopher Reeve in that scene. And I'm just like, why bother? I don't know, you don't need to. It was always interesting when Helen Slater would pop up in other movies, though. There was something I watched recently where she popped up, and I was like, oh shit, it's Supergirl. Like, I'll have to look it up and see what it was. It was something I was watching, but I'll look it up in a second. But yeah, this movie's F tier. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. So
she's popped up on the new Supergirl show, by the way, playing a different character. So at least they kind of acknowledge her, at least, you know, as an actress. Yeah.
It might have been City Slickers. I don't know if she was in that.
Oh, City Slickers. That's what it was. Yeah, I watched City Slickers. She's in there. Yeah, it's like one of the people in the group. Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking Supergirl. Okay.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I've never seen a Supergirl. I actually didn't even know that there's a Supergirl movie until I was in like high school. Like, I didn't even like realize it, and like that just shows you how like just forgettable and nobody talks about it.
They didn't even put it in the new 4K set. That should tell you a lot.
Yeah, right.
Like all the Superman movies, it's like everything from Superman to Superman Returns, and they just left out Supergirl. They're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I haven't seen it, and I'm not really rushing out to see it. So
you're fine. Zach, I can't imagine you haven't seen Supergirl or you've seen Supergirl.
I have not seen Supergirl.
Okay, that's one where I'm like, yeah, you're fine. You're good. You're fine. You're fine. Eric.
Yeah, I haven't been unlucky enough to see it. I was going to bring up the Flash thing because why? Yeah, exactly. Why bother? Like, there's probably
I think most of the audience wouldn't even give a shit or even know. Yeah, you could just do the Christopher Reeve thing and it would have been fine.
She's also the co-lead in The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Right. She's in The Legend of Billie Jean. She's Billie Jean. So there you go.
Interesting. Yeah, but we had 3 people that had seen it, so
it's in the F tier. Yeah, I mean, we probably would have left it there anyways, just for fun, because it's just F tier. Who gives shit? But
right.
All right, sounds good. Chris.
I know that this movie has a cult classic following. I hate this piece of shit, though. It is absolutely an F tier movie. I don't get the obsession with this movie.
Oh no.
Labyrinth. Fucking hate this movie.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, that one's interesting. No. Not as bad as other movies you could have picked, but still.
Okay, interesting. Well, any expansion on Labyrinth, Chris?
It's just I don't really care about the characters. I've tried to watch it numerous times. Just I don't get the appeal, and the one song, "The Babe," and it's painful to me. Yeah. Can't do it.
Also, don't you love David Bowie's cod piece in that thing?
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, right. Stands out a little. Yeah. But Austin.
Yeah, Labyrinth's an interesting one, man. Because I actually just bought the 4K because I want to give it another shot. Because I've been kind of up and down on Labyrinth as far as like I remember the first time I saw it, I was kind of like you, Chris. I was like, I don't get it. Like, this movie's like not good. Like, this movie's shitty. And then like I watched it again later, and I appreciated more of the Jim Henson stuff with it. Like, 'cause the world that I get, the more I appreciate, like, you know, puppetry and like practical effects and the set design, and I appreciated all the stuff that was going on with that. So I liked it a little bit more. And then like I watched it again, I kind of liked so I'm getting to the point where I like it. I'm still not totally in that camp where like I love Labyrinth. Like, some people go mad for this movie, and like I'm not quite there yet. I think it's just kind of okay, but I appreciate a lot of the practical stuff about it and the set design and, you know, so the puppetry and all that. So I would go like a C tier for Labyrinth. I'm not in that camp where I love it, but I'm not in that camp where I hate it either. I'm kind of like, I'm going to give it another shot because I bought that 4K. I want to give it another shot.
Oh yeah.
I keep
right.
It's a movie I'll watch every 2 or 3 years just to try to kind of see where I'm at on it. But yeah, I think it's actually going to be in theaters next year.
That's like if you give me a 2001: A Space Odyssey in 4K, Austin.
I'll watch it with you, Chris. We'll sit down and watch it together, and I'll point out how great it is. So
you have to do it along. Someone who loves
we'll have to do a watch along. Yeah, but yeah. So I'll go C tier. Like, I'm not in the camp where I hate it, but yeah, I'm not in the camp where I like love it either. So Jordan.
Well, like, I don't know, Labyrinth's an interesting one because as an overall cohesive movie, I don't like love it, but like there's elements in it that I do really like though. I like that it's like a really cool David Bowie music video. I like that it's really like Jennifer Connelly in it. I think she's good in it. And I like the like fantasy elements because it reminds me of a lot of the books. Like I'm a big fantasy book guy. Movies just depends. You got to get it really right for me, like or else it just won't work. But and I like the whole thing about a labyrinth where she has to solve this like big giant maze, and I think that's a cool element. And then I like all the Jim Henson, the creature stuff, and like they go on this journey and they encounter like really cool creatures and everything along the way. So I like all of that stuff. It just doesn't like mesh like together all like totally. But I like it enough to give it an A though. I'll still say A because I think that's good enough for that for me. So, but Zach, what do you say about Labyrinth?
I have seen this movie only once, and there's only one word to describe it, and I think it's kind of unique. So just for that, I'm going C tier.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Eric, what do you say about Labyrinth?
Well, kind of unique is 2 words, but no matter. For the longest time, I confused Willow and Labyrinth, and I have finally seen Willow, but I haven't seen Labyrinth. But it always seemed interesting, but I haven't seen it.
It's worth seeing once, just because it's interesting. It's worth seeing at least once.
I like Labyrinth better than Willow. I'll say that.
Yeah, I like it more than Willow. Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't really like Willow.
I'm not a fantasy guy. It's not my bag. Richie.
Labyrinth is a big blind spot for me too. So people keep talking about it. I love Jim Henson, so I'll get around to it.
Well, votes are literally right in the middle. So that C tier that was lonely gets Labyrinth. There you go.
Yeah, right.
All right.
There you go.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll do one of my fun kind of S tier ones that I'm sure I'll be alone on. But I love talking about this movie, and I have a T-shirt, actually 2 T-shirts for it as well, which should tell you something. I'll go Bloodsport.
Oh yeah. I was just bringing it up, but I knew you would.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't have one of my 2 on. I got one where with Van Damme doing the splits, and then I have another one with Chong Li in the movie, and it says "You are next." Since he's pointing, you are next. No, and it helps that I met Ogre. I met Donald Gibb at a convention for Revenge of the Nerds, and he's also in this movie. He's a big biker guy. I know it's not going to go anywhere. I get it. I just like talking about Bloodsport because I just think this movie's super, super 80s. It's super fun. It's probably the most fun like Van Damme movie just from like start to finish. Because no, I'm not saying he's like a good actor or anything like that, but he's kind of perfect for what he's doing. He doesn't talk a whole lot in this movie. Kind of all the characters around him do most of the talking, and he just does the kicking. And but I think the movie's cool in that it kind of set this template almost. It feels like a Mortal Kombat movie, and you see people do like Mortal Kombat mashups of this, where you have all these people with these different fighting styles and all these different like wacky characters like doing their own fighting, like the little drunken monkey guy. You got like a sumo guy. You got a straight up like Muay Thai dude. You know, you got like all these fighting styles, and I think it's a lot of fun. They do these really good montages with a lot of fun 80s music. This like kind of underground tournament. It's very Mortal Kombat-y, kind of before Mortal Kombat. And I just think the movie's really, really entertaining. Doesn't take up much of your time, and just really stylistic and a good time. So, I'm not expecting Bloodsport to end up, after all this in the S tier, but, I might as well shout it out because there's 2 obvious ones we haven't gotten to that'll get in the S tier, like no problem.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm just going to have some fun with it. So, yeah, Bloodsport. Why not? my personal S tier. Bloodsport.
Yeah. So I've been on record as saying that I can't stand Jean-Claude Van Damme as an actor. I think he's absolutely god-awful, terrible, can't act to save his life. I don't really see the appeal of him. But so I have seen Bloodsport, and my ex wife showed me a Bloodsport because she really likes it, which is funny enough. Like usually I'm the one showing her movies like this, but and actually wasn't bad. Like I actually had some fun with it. I actually thought that it wasn't too bad. If you just watch it for just the fighting alone, and you kind of go with the right mindset of like not really expecting any kind of great acting performance, because she kind of prepared me for that. Just like going in and like appreciate all the fighting style and like what he's able to do with his body, the splits and like the different kicks. Like doesn't he do like like some kind of crotch kick or like something like that.
Well, he does the Johnny Cage thing because Johnny Cage is based on Van Damme, and he does the thing where he does the split and then punches the dude in the nuts. Like,
yeah, it's that thing. Yeah, that's what
he punches the sumo guy in the balls. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some fun to be had, and I guess even Forrest Whitaker pops up in it for a second. Yeah, but so for that, I'll give it a C. So yeah, it's enough for a C. But Zach, what do you say?
So this is not the movie I thought you were thinking of, but it's actually one of the ones that was left in my S tier because
wow.
Yeah. I've seen this movie multiple times, and it's entertaining and it's ridiculous, but in such a fun way. It's one that you could, in a way, you could just turn off your brain and just watch.
Exactly.
So this is an S tier movie for me.
Fucking A, Zach. You got me for one at least tonight.
Redeemed yourself.
Yeah. Eric, have you seen Bloodsport?
Yeah, I love Mortal Kombat, but I haven't seen Bloodsport.
You should see it if you like Mortal Kombat. It's kind of the proto Mortal Kombat. It's really good, yeah. And Van Damme is very Johnny Cage in this movie, very much so.
Yeah, I have seen that scene that you said, like the splits and then.
Yeah, it's great. Richie?
Yeah, sorry, just giving dogs a belly rub. Judy calls. I like Bloodsport. It's a lot of fun. A lot of Van Damme done fun. If you don't expect much from the movie, you'll have fun. That's the same for a lot of Van Damme movies. But yeah, I like and I like Mortal Kombat. So yeah, I like this movie. So I don't know if I'll go high as this, but I'll go A. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, Bloodsport is a shitload of fun. Absolutely an S tier movie. It's just something you can casually turn your brain up and just enjoy. The music is great. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, so S tier.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Make it in the S.
I did not know it would go above Caddyshack. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It actually has 3 S's, but
it does. Yeah.
Gloria had 2 and Bloodsport Caddyshack was a 3. But but they also have like lower votes, so it's kind of, I don't know how to go with that. Technically they got 3, so
yeah, it does. You can go above.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. I did not know where that was gonna go, depending on the panel. All right. Cool. All right, Jordan, let's get your final one in before we go to Hail Mary here. What you got?
All right, so I'm going to go for one that's just a total kind of Jordan movie from top to bottom that I just absolutely love. And I rewatched it earlier today because I'd only seen it like a couple of times when I was a kid, and I wanted to go back to it. But I want to vote for the movie UHF, the Weird Al Yankovic movie, because this movie, like if you watch it and you really pay attention to it, it does the parody stuff so good, and like Weird Al is just so great at it. Like he does the like Indiana Jones thing when he gets to the end. It's just an Oscar sitting there, and he's gonna flip the like bag, but it's just like screw it, and he just grabs it and just runs, and he's like running through like different green screens on purpose though to like make it seem like he's running through Egypt, and he's running through like New York City and running through Paris and all this stuff, and then. Especially the like Rambo scene when he's like parodying Rambo. He's just shooting things and like guys are blowing up, they're exploding, and he just shoots like a whole hill full of like enemies, and they all just drop at the same time, like ugh, they just fall over. And then he like does like the Rambo voice, like I'm your worst nightmare. But he does it totally straight though, just like the whole entire time. He's not doing anything goofy. And Michael Richards stuff gets a little goofy and like. But like I still think that it's kind of a little fun, but I'm more of like when they play it straight, and then they have the Getty Watanabe, like he comes in as like the martial arts guy, and like and then they like end the whole movie with like a Gone with the Wind thing, where they're like doing like the whole kind of like love story or the love quote from the end of Gone with the Wind and stuff, and yeah, but the core of it's just a movie about him taking over this TV station and competing against a competing station, and they come up with the most wacky, off the wall kind of different TV shows, which is perfect for Weird Al because he just does parodies and spoofs of like all his music. Now he's doing it for TV shows and just like getting to be creative. So I think that having Weird Al in a movie like this works really, really well. If you would have had other people, maybe it wouldn't work so well. But for me, it just really works. So I don't know if anyone's really going to be on board with me with it, but I'm going to shoot my shot for S tier because I think that it's great. So, but Zach, what do you say?
So I've seen this movie, and while I think it's unique, I've recently rewatched it, and I think some of the jokes just don't hold up to today's standards. But I still think it's a good movie, so I'm going B tier.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Eric, what do you say about UHF?
About Oof, I haven't seen
it.
Yeah,
Oof.
But I'm a big fan of the songs I've heard of Weird Al, but I still need to catch up with his stuff, including Oof.
Yeah, I've seen Weird Al 4 times in a concert, but surprised I never met him though. So one of these days I'd like to. But Richie, you said.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Weird Al. I've only seen the movie once, and it was a long time ago. I like the concept, and it was fun. It's something else to go back to. But yeah, I'm. You save this moment, Zach, because it hasn't happened often. I agree with Zach. I'll go B.
yeah. But also I forgot about when he does like a full music video of the like Jed Clampett song, the ballad of Jed Clampett, and he's like doing it to the Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. Yeah, it's good. But Chris, what do you say?
I like Weird Al, but I can't get on board with this movie. It's just it's probably C for me. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Okay, well that's not as terrible as I thought, but Austin.
I almost want to abstain, Jordan, not because I haven't seen it. It's just I saw this movie like 25 years ago, and I really, really need to revisit it because I remember almost nothing. I remember almost nothing about it. I see scenes that pop up from it occasionally on like when you're scrolling like the Facebook videos or YouTube Shorts or something. Somebody will post like a little quick, scene of this or whatever. But yeah, like I'm probably gonna pick up. I think Shout Factory has like a Blu-ray of it. I'll probably pick it up and just buy it, buy it and check it out. But I almost want to just say abstain because I almost remember nothing about it, even though I know I've seen it before. But it's been forever.
And I think I'm probably actually in the same camp as you, Austin. Now that I think about it, it has been forever since I've seen this movie, and I probably do for a rewatch.
Yeah. But
the thing that
B tier,
the thing that really works though is out of any parody, they have a guy that's completely straight, which is like Weird Al the whole movie, and then you have Michael Richards, which is being the most goofiest you can be. So it's just kind of weird. The polar opposites.
All right. So, that's going to do it for regulation time here. Now we are heading into last chance.
Like a regulation, like a
buzzer. Like a buzzer. So, and how it's going to work is if you guys have anything else you want to shout out, pretty much either for S tier or like a high A tier, I'll go around the horn, get your list from you, shout out anything you want to still shout out you still have on your list. I'll write them down. And what I'll be looking for is those crossovers. So anything that get mentioned more than once, I'll be looking for, and then we'll put those actually on the tier ranker chart, and we'll give them a very quick sort of rapid fire letter grade rankings, and that's how we'll do it. So this is kind of your last chance to get those movies in there, and we'll see what happens. So,
but just a funny little side note that I was going to mention. I just got a message from Tom Dagnino where he was going to be part of the free for all. We were kind of talking. He said to hit him up the day of. He just sent me one just now. He's like, "Sorry, I just saw this. I was in Mexico." And it's like a total.
Eric, you should have grabbed it for us, damn it! Why didn't you do that?
It's like a total.
Tom Dagnino. He didn't tell me he was in Mexico.
He forgot to let you know.
Hey, let me know next time you're in Mexico, Tom.
Right. You can just stream with Eric. We'll get him on.
You're hiding from the cops down there or something.
Probably. All right, so I'll take whoever's ready. Zach, if you have your list, otherwise I'll go to somebody else. But if you're ready, hit me up. What you got? And again, try to keep it to 10 or less, but you may not even have that. I've only got about 6 more, so honestly, I don't have that many.
I only have 3. So
okay, hit me.
Aliens, Mannequin, and Fame.
Okay. All right. Cool. Eric, are you ready with the list? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right,
I got Aliens, Brazil, Ghostbusters, Platoon.
1 second. Let me write these down. Hang on.
Yeah, no problem.
Platoon. Okay. Yeah.
Tootsie.
Tootsie. All right.
Beetlejuice. Hellraiser.
Okay.
Spaceballs.
All
right. Christine. And because it's a funny word, Octopussy, which I have seen. To be fair.
Okay.
And I was looking at the list, and I didn't catch Big. I was surprised. Big. Maybe I missed it.
Did we not put it on here? I could put it on here.
Oh yeah,
Big is so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can add it real quick if you give me like a minute. I can do that. So, actually, I can definitely add
do
Big.
It fast.
Yeah, no, I can do it fast. Give me a second. Let me scroll out, and I'll take this off screen for just a second and do that.
It's a big one to not be here. It was weird.
Yeah, no,
big. Yeah, that's what you did.
Splash isn't here either, but I don't care that much about Splash. But it is.
Oh yeah, another one too. Yeah, but.
See, I'll talk amongst yourselves. So give me about 6 seconds, and I'll have it up here. No problem. So sorry, that was an omission. I missed that one for some reason. I don't know why. My bad.
Yeah. So has anybody seen Octopussy?
I've seen all the Bonds. Yeah, I've seen all of them.
I haven't seen them all yet.
It's to me mid-tier Bond, but it's a fun answer to give when you don't know a Bond answer in trivia.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, right. That's what like JPO. He does that a lot in trivia. He just throw it out there. Yeah. But Splash too, like I think that movie's all right, but I don't know if it's good enough to make anything.
It's fine enough. I like Tom Hanks. I like Daryl Hannah. I was hoping to Ghostbusters to come up earlier because the reason I couldn't buy the set with the Friday the 13th is because I bought the Ecto one in Lego.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
It's getting the Lego guys told me they are stopping. They will stop to make it this year. It's the last. Official.
So I got it. It's not in the alphabetical order, but it's down here at the bottom. So I added it. There it is.
Yeah.
So I added Big.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. No. I'll write down that. Sure. Okay. Richie, what you got?
Aliens.
Okay.
Twins. Amadeus.
Hang on. Deus. All right.
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Tootsie.
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
All right.
Ran.
I haven't watched that yet. I didn't have 3 extra hours to watch that, Richie. I have it on 4K. God damn it.
I don't watch it. Yeah.
Shit, I need to.
Stakeout.
Okay.
Highlander.
All right.
Scrooge.
All right. That should be most of the years, unless you got one more.
But I had one more. Yeah, but yeah, I'll just rock with them.
Okay. All right. Chris, what you got?
So I have a bunch. Ghostbusters, Platoon, Volunteers.
Hang on. Damn it. I have to write these down. You write that fast?
No.
All right. Hang on. All right. Got it. Volunteers. All right.
Inner Space. Cujo. Spaceballs. Aliens. Witness. Beetlejuice.
Beetle. All right.
Big.
Okay. Yeah.
Octopussy.
Wow. I wasn't serious about Octopussy, but all right.
And Scrooged.
Okay, so Cocoon and Scrooged. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, I have a big list.
No, that's fine.
I Jordan.
No, I don't have
the big list.
Yeah, I don't have that many left, but I'll go. I'll go since it came up. I'll go Big, Beetlejuice, Kickboxer. It's almost as fun as Bloodsport. Creep Show, Silverado, really underrated Western. Reanimator, Ghostbusters and Aliens, obviously, and Spaceballs.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right, Jordan.
All right, I gotta just try to skip over ones that are already like gonna make it. I'm gonna try, but let's see here. I will go with Commando. Let's see. I'll go with Amadeus. Creepshow. I'll say Stripes. I'll say Reanimator.
Okay.
I'll go with Inner Space. I'll say Christine.
Okay.
That might be about it, actually. I don't really have really too many others. I mean, the only other ones that I could say nobody's advocated for, so it's fine.
Okay. All right. Y'all give me a minute to write these down on the official tier list, and we'll do some voting. So give me just a minute or so, and I'll be back to you. So
I'm gonna shout out Life Force, but I don't know if anyone's else has seen it.
I mean, it's worth it for one particular reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
for Matilda May. Yeah, for Matilda May, yes.
Yeah. Or maybe Hoosiers, because I'm a basketball guy. But
all right.
But
Space. Awkward silence. Awkward silence.
Yeah.
No, damn it! Y'all talk about yourselves. What do y'all watch lately? Go see Poor Things. It's really fucking good.
I typed in Life Force, and the first thing that got popped out was the topless chick.
Is Matilda May?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she's full frontal for like 60% of the movie. It's ridiculous.
So then I need to just watch it then.
Yeah, it's really good.
You just watch it. Yep.
Yeah. So Godzilla -1 is finally coming over here in my.
Oh yay! Go see it. It's
finally,
it's awesome.
Really good.
Yeah, day off. I want to see it. So for any wrestling fans, AOP is finally back. They are definitely going to join Karen Cross.
Okay.
In a video.
Oh, that'd work actually. That's kind of cool. And also news if you want wrestling. Hiroshi Tanahashi is the new president of New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah,
that dude. I know his knees are shot. He probably needs to retire and just be a behind the scenes guy or an advocate or something. But yeah. All right. I think I have everything now. Okay, so we got. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's my favorite part. Here we go.
All right, 13. So not as many as other episodes. We've had 18 or 20 sometimes. But yeah, how this is going to work is I'm just going to go in the same order each time. I'll just start with Zach, work our way up. You guys just give me pretty much a straight letter grade, sort of same thing as tournament fights, just quick sort of 5 seconds or less, and I'll just record the actual thing. So we'll start with Amadeus. Zach.
Haven't seen.
Yep. Eric.
Take a drink. Haven't seen.
Okay. Richie.
S.
S. All right. Chris.
S.
Have it on Blu-ray right here and haven't watched it yet. Haven't seen. Yeah.
Well, I'll say for a period piece movie, Austin, I think you would really like it because, like, I know we're not really saying much on it, but just to say just a quick little thing is that, like, I like it because it feels more relatable because they're not talking in all these accents, French and old-time accents, just talking like regular American or British, and that's it. So it kind of works for me. So S.
I haven't seen an American period movie where they talk with anything other than a British accent.
Yeah, right.
I don't
think
that's
the only
weird
movie,
at all.
though. Well, that's not the only reason, though. Like, I love it because it's got like people like going after the people's girls, and they're getting jealous, and they're fighting each other, and they're getting jealous, and the music's great, and the acting's great. A lot of them.
All right. We'll go to Creep Show next. Zach.
Haven't seen.
Eric.
I really want to see Creep Show. Haven't seen it.
This is going well. Richard.
Hey.
Okay. Chris.
S.
Yeah, I'll go S for Creep Show.
And I'll say S.
Okay, so it's another 3. So at this point, I kind of feel it was going to happen later. So I'm just thinking about the kind of top of A right now.
Yeah, we'll
see what happens. Next is Reanimator. Zach.
Take a drink.
Okay, Eric.
Yeah, unfortunate miss. Yeah.
Okay, Richie.
A.
Chris.
A.
S for Reanimator.
I'll say S. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Reanimator's a ton of fun. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great.
Yeah.
Same with From Beyond. Do a double feature of Reanimator and From Beyond. Same director, a lot of same actors, and they're both really fun.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Inner Space got more than 1 vote. So Inner Space. Zach.
Yeah, I should talk about it. It's an A for me.
Okay. Eric.
It's a miss for me.
All right, Richie.
Haven't seen it.
Chris.
S.
I watched it last year. It's fun, but it's a fucking B movie. It's B at best.
I'll say S for it because I love Martin Short in that movie. He's freaking great. S.
Yeah, he is.
Martin Short is in.
Yeah.
Martin Short and Dennis Quaid. Yeah, he goes in.
Yeah,
He
it's
goes.
freaking awesome.
Dennis Quaid takes a ship into Martin Short's body. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know it was a joke that one.
Like the Magic School Bus.
Yeah, like the Magic School Bus episode. Yeah.
School Bus, yeah.
Yep. There's a bit where Dennis Quaid wants liquor. He wants a drink, so Martin Short drinks a bunch of Jack, and he holds this thing outside the ship and just catches this gross spit-infested whiskey.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. All right. Christine is next from John Carpenter. Zach.
F.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. Eric.
A.
Richie.
Jesus, Zach, I've seen him fart the movie like 15.
You gotta put things into perspective. Yeah, go watch Thanksgiving 3.
I do want to say that I love the book, and I thought the movie was a pile of garbage. So
Okay, well, fair enough. That's your perspective. That's cool.
Right,
I'll go B because I think it's more of it.
Yeah. Chris.
A.
I think that movie still doesn't fully work for me. I'll go B.
I'll say S, but it's like my lowest S. I thought that Airplane was my lowest S, but I actually had that in my A, so it got lucky and got an S. So
yeah.
All right, and we'll go Big, which I had at the last second. So my apologies for that omission, but there it is. I got it on the list now. So Zach.
I mean B.
B for Big. Okay, Eric.
For Big.
We're just assuming
we have to come back to him for a minute. He had someone come in the room or something.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't looking at. I was looking at the other 2 charts. Sorry. He's back.
Oh yeah, back. So
Eric won you. Big came up. So yeah, I know you talked about it.
Oh, A.
All right. Richie.
I'll go A.
Yeah, Chris.
I'll go S. Amazing movie. I love this movie so much.
I'll go strong A because it hasn't aged very well.
I'll say S because the scene where he's like filling up the girl, and it's like that would hit at the exact point where I was just starting puberty when I saw it.
He's 12.
Yeah, he's 12.
Yeah, literally when I was
I love
11 years old, something like that.
I heard something else entirely.
Yeah.
I love the juxtaposition there where you're like, I got A because it hasn't aged very well, and you like it because of the exact.
Because it hasn't aged very well. Because it's a 12-year-old having sex with a 40-year-old woman. Yeah, it's not.
And also too, because I was 12 at the time when I saw it, so I'm like, there's a 12-year-old getting to do what I wish I could do.
But you're just saying that you like it.
Yeah, see, there's solid proof right there.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it was a joke, but it got mentioned twice. So Octopussy.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Zach first.
Haven't seen.
Okay, Eric.
It's more of a C for me.
Okay. Richie.
Yeah, C.
It's a funny word, not necessarily
Chris.
a funny.
Yeah,
movie.
right. Chris.
I really like it. I think it's a great James Bond movie. So I'm going to go with Octopussy as S.
As S, okay. Most Roger Moore Bonds are mid C. Yeah.
I haven't gotten to it yet. So
There's two or three Roger Moore movies that I really like, and the rest, are
Live and Let Die is probably still his best one, and then For Your Eyes Only is probably his second best one.
For Yours, I really like The Spy Who Loved Me as well.
Yeah. So all right. Next will be the other parody movie on the list, Spaceballs. Zach.
D.
Oh my god!
Oh,
come on!
Seriously,
you said there was 6. When we
I gotta know the other comedies when we're done because you said there's like 6 more comedies. So what are the other comedies that are better on this list? I gotta know. Yeah. All right, like Porky's. You're a big fan of Porky's. All right, Eric.
A.
Yeah.
Okay, Richie.
Porky's and Overboard. Yeah.
A.
Okay, Chris.
I gotta go with S.
Yeah, S for Spaceballs.
Yeah, S for Spaceballs. But there's a cool story about the first time I saw it, but it's too long for this. So maybe on a podcast, I'll
all right.
Yeah, it would be an S for me, but I like Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein better.
Yeah.
Well, no, I do too, but Spaceballs is still awesome. So
I like Spaceballs
amazing
better.
movie.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is still my
give
favorite.
it an S tier because it's not on there, Eric.
Yeah, right.
Oddly enough, vote-wise, it's almost the same as Bloodsport, which is kind of baffling to me.
Yeah, that is baffling.
All right, this might be a formality, but Aliens, because it's just so obvious we didn't bring it up.
S tier.
Zach.
Yeah, that was the one I thought you were going to bring up. S tier.
Well, I knew it was going to come up, and we talked about it a million times on this show, so whatever. But yeah, Eric.
Yeah, I could swear to you, but it's an S tier.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, S tier.
Yeah, Chris.
S tier.
Yeah, I thought it was too obvious. I just wanted to talk about other movies. Jordan. Yeah, S.
D. No. S.
Yeah, no, that's just it's so obvious that we just were like, yeah.
I can't even joke about that for more than 2 seconds.
We'll have to vote on those. Those are all the same. So, Beetlejuice. A couple more left. Beetlejuice is next. Zach.
Funny thing is, I was going to watch it this Halloween, and I never got around to it, so I haven't seen it.
Okay. Eric.
High A.
Hey, Richie.
S.
Okay. Chris.
S.
Yeah, I'll go S.
And I'll say low A.
Low A, okay. So it'll be kind of top of A. Let's see. So 1 or 2 of these might give it. Well, how many have we got so far? We got 9 in there, but I think there's another obvious one coming up that might round it out. We'll see. Yeah. Scrooge is next. Zach.
Haven't seen
it. Eric.
I'm more of a Muppet Christmas Carol myself. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Richie?
I feel like this movie needs to be seen by more people. It's still really good. I'll go S.
Okay. Chris?
I'll go S.
I'll go high A.
And I'm not a big fan of this movie. I'm going to say C, and that's being very generous for me.
Oh my God.
Wow. Scrooge, really?
Yeah, like it just doesn't hit
Scrooge.
What a Scrooge. Oh, bah humbug.
I just don't find it that entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. This may be the other obvious one we just didn't talk about because it's so obvious. Ghostbusters. Zach.
B.
Are you fucking serious?
Are you shitting me?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not a Bill Murray fan, so so that's part of it.
But like, you're judging the whole movie, or just because Bill Murray's in it?
Just because of Bill Murray.
I think it's better than other Bill Murray movies, but so I'm giving it a B.
Who are you? My ex-wife? My ex-wife hated Bill Murray. Like she loves Zombieland because Bill Murray gets shot in the head.
Yeah. He gets shot in the head, but okay.
Shot in the chest. Shot in the chest.
Oh, fuck me. I thought this was going to be a clean sweep pretty fucking easily. Okay, but Eric, now I don't know where this is.
Weird enough, I'm a big fan of the Ecto one, but it's a high A for me.
Wow.
What the fuck?
What the hell is happening, Richie?
Don't tell Moose. Like, he'll be pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I like it, but I didn't grow up with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, no, S. Fucking Ghostbusters rules.
S all the way. That's my number one on this whole entire list is S. Come on.
It's not going to be
enough. I actually really like Bill Murray, but I don't like him that much in this one.
Wow.
Man,
and I love Groundhog Day, so it's not an issue with Bill Murray. It's just probably character. But I love Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd's character, and Ernie Hudson is good.
Because, well, so Austin, behind the scenes, me and Moose had a conversation. He's like, ooh, one more titles of the 80s. You mean like Ghostbusters? Is that going to be eligible?
Yeah.
And he's like, I really love to do it, but unfortunately, got to go out of town for work. But he wanted to advocate for Ghostbusters.
All right. One final one. We got a Tootsie, Zach.
Haven't seen.
Okay. Eric.
Also high A.
High A. Richie.
I also got high A.
Hey, Chris.
I don't remember it. I will.
I saw it once in the theater, and I really liked it. I haven't seen it since then, but I'll go high A.
Just compared to what we have here, I got to put it at a high C for me, just because of it. There's a lot I like more.
Up with this panel.
This panel is fucking bananas tonight. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was going to be another thing where we had multiples that we had to bump out, but we literally have. Well, I may have to go back and look at the votes on some of these. So, all right, here's the situation. Well,
yeah.
No, because we have 10, but here's the thing.
We do.
Scarface was the first one, and Scarface has 3 and 2, so it's kind of on the border. I got to see if some of these other high A tiers had something similar.
Yeah.
Because it'll definitely be something with 3 will be in that 10th spot. But yeah, Scarface had, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Scarface had 3, 2, and the 1D as well. So I forgot about that. All right, so let me go with the other 3s. So Caddyshack, Scarface was higher than Caddyshack overall. Beetlejuice had just 3 and 2, so that might be higher as of right now. Yeah. Let's see. Spaceballs 3, 2, and 1, same as Scarface. Bloodsport 3, 2, and a C, but still lower than Beetlejuice. And then what were the other ones? Amadeus had 3 S's, but only 3 votes. So I feel like that kind of it's only 3 votes. You can't do a whole lot of haven't seen and get it in there. It's just the way it is. 3.
Look, it should get an honorable mention.
3B and a C. Well, we might vote on some of these. So for honorable mention, that's the thing. And then Glory had 2, 2, and 4, so that kind of bumps that out. So a couple of these had 3. I think Beetlejuice by default might get that 10th spot because it's the only one that didn't have like a C or a D attached to it as well.
Yeah.
So that's Beetlejuice is going to be the 10th. But we can vote on some of these other ones as far as what gets the honorable mention, 3 honorable mention slots. Yeah. So, all right, now I got to figure out how we do the voting here. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Creepshow's the only one that did. Well, Creepshow's the only one that had 3 and like an A, but didn't have any like C's or D's attached to it. So I feel like Creepshow is an automatic 1 at least. Amadeus had the 3 with nothing else. That might take the 2nd spot, and then we might have to vote between some of these other ones for the final spot because Bloodsport and Spaceballs were similar, oddly enough. And then so was Scarface. So I tell you what, we're going to vote between these 3, and we're for the final spot between Scarface, Bloodsport, Spaceballs. What gets the final honorable mention spot? That's what we're going to do vote right now, and then we'll move up into the S tier and do some voting over there. So we'll go up and down the panel. So Scarface, Bloodsport, Spaceballs. What gets the final spot for you, Zach?
I mean, based on how I voted tonight, Bloodsport.
Okay.
Sure.
Eric?
Scarface, and you're dumb if you don't do the same. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, Scarface.
Yeah. I don't know.
My little friend.
Eric, I might have seen Bloodsport more than Scarface. I'm just saying. And Spaceballs. But we'll see.
No, I'm kidding. But it's weird that from very first S to...
I know. Yeah, that can happen, man. We've had good stuff get bumped out. Richie.
So, what's it out of? Sorry.
Okay, so Scarface, Bloodsport, Spaceballs. Which one becomes the 3rd honorable mention out of those 3?
Scarface, Bloodsport,
and Spaceballs. Yeah.
Honorable mention out of 3. Scarface.
Yes. See, Richie is smart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying not to be dumb. Chris.
God, this is tough. I mean, You know what? I'm gonna give some love to Bloodsport. I think that definitely should be.
Oh my
I know it's a
gosh.
ridiculous movie, but I think it should be seen by more people.
I was really liking you, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, you were there.
Right, we're not
you haven't
friends
seen
anymore,
Bloodsport.
Erick.
So.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need to see Bloodsport. I may
you know
agree with
what?
it later.
Out of these three, which one have I watched the most? Bloodsport.
Yeah. And I guess I would have been the lone vote for Spaceballs because I love that movie.
Bloodsport takes the third spot in the honorable mentions. Wow, I never thought it would had I not sold it. There we go.
Like Akira and all those other movies.
Yeah, I know. There's some good movies in there. It is what it is. Yeah. All right, so Beetlejuice automatically takes the 10 spot, so it stays where it is. So I got to look at the votes for the rest of these. So Airplane had 4, an A and a C. Vacation had, let's see. I gotta find it here. 4 and a B, so it kind of balances because those are average out the same with an A and a C, and then just one B. They're kind of the same. Poltergeist also had the 4 A and a C, just like Airplane. So it's kind of, we might have to vote on this. We'll see. With these three, and then Ghostbusters, 4 an A and a B, so that's higher than those three. So we'll have to vote between, like, literally Vacation and Poltergeist. Was it? No, Airplane and Poltergeist are the same, and Vacation was the one odd man. So Vacation goes in the 9th spot. So we can vote on Airplane or Poltergeist for the higher of those two, real quick. So Zach, higher, Airplane or Poltergeist?
And they're right next to each other on my list. Poltergeist is 1 spot ahead. So
okay, Eric.
This is a real Sophie choice. I'll go Poltergeist. I have seen it more, but Poltergeist.
Yeah, Richie.
Airplane.
Airplane. Chris.
Poltergeist.
I'll go Airplane.
I'll go Poltergeist.
Okay, so it stays where it is. Ghostbusters stays where it is because then it jumps to 5. So Ghostbusters.
Some justice for Ghostbusters.
No, it'll be in the championship episode, so it's in the top 10. So you could get. We might get a panel in the championship that thinks it's all 6.
Maybe sure not to have 2 people that didn't like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, right.
On the panel, right?
Yes. So Gremlins.
Invite Henry for that one. You will see how much he likes Ghostbusters.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Not like it.
Yeah. I don't remember. He doesn't hate it, but
it's like not as high. Yeah. He didn't grow up with it either. So, but yeah, Gremlins and RoboCop both have 5 votes, but all S's, so they are tied. So we can vote between Gremlins and RoboCop and do a quick vote on that. So Zach, which is higher, Gremlins or RoboCop?
No, it's tough.
So both movies I haven't seen, but because I was going to watch it tonight, Gremlins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Eric?
No, so Henry gave 3 stars to Ghostbusters.
Wow.
So he likes it less than me, and I actually like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I'll go Gremlins because I watch it more. But it's also
Richie?
Yeah, but Jigsaw is one of his favorite Saw movies, so
Yeah, I know. Take this thing with a grain of salt. That's one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, RoboCop.
RoboCop. Chris?
Gremlins.
Okay, I got RoboCop.
So this is literally my 9 and my number 10 on my list, but
which one's number 9?
It's RoboCop. So
okay, damn it, we have a tie. If there's anybody watching in the comments and you want to vote and break the tie between Gremlins and RoboCop, do so now.
If anybody's watching, might not have many because it's so close to Christmas.
It's late, but if there is anybody watching and you want to be a tiebreaker, you can do that. I'll leave it for now, and we'll go to the next one.
This will be a big episode that gets a lot of replays, but not live.
Yeah, right. But yeah, here we go. So Batman, Predator, and Aliens all had clean sweep, 6 for 6. So yeah, we will have to vote. I can break it down and go your 2 favorites out of those if you had to, or either that or what's the least, and we'll see which one gets the most votes, and maybe even break it down further than that once we're done voting with that. So go ahead for now, and I'll just see how the votes play out. Give me your top 2 out of those, out of Batman, Predator, Aliens. Zach, your 2 favorites.
Aliens and Predator.
Aliens and Predator. Eric.
That's not
Predator and Aliens.
Okay. Richie.
Batman and Aliens.
Batman and Aliens. Chris.
Batman and Aliens.
Yeah, me. I'm gonna go Aliens, and just by a hair, Batman.
Yep. And I'll go with Aliens and Batman.
Okay, so Aliens has at least got a vote with everybody, so it moves to number 1.
Yeah, that is.
and Batman had 4 votes, so I think that settles it.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's going to be Aliens, Batman, and Predator, and no comments. But hey, 4 and 5, Gremlins and RoboCop. I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
We'll leave them where they are, but they both make the championship. Obviously, this is our 10 that will make the championship, Jordan, for our when we eventually do all the decade series and bring all the top 10s together. There's some heavy hitters in there. I mean, Aliens and Ghostbusters and Batman and Predator.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, Airplane. Depending on the panel, it could go any way. But yeah, again, no shortage of good movies in the A tier as well. Yeah, there's some good stuff down there. So depending on what you got. But I thought
maybe like Big or Scarface or something might squeak in there, but
and there's some other noteworthy movies. I mean, I like Commando for what it is. I like Critters and Cujo. I like some of those movies. I have fun with Hellraiser, Kickboxer. Fletch. I haven't seen Fletch. I need to watch the Fletch movies. I heard the new one was good. If Wolfman was here, he would have said Possession. He would have gone crazy on Possession. Oh yeah. And then he had me add the homeless Streetwise movie, and then he's not even here.
And then he's not here.
Nobody cares about that movie.
Which, by the way, I watched 10 minutes of that movie like a few weeks ago for something else, and like that movie made me so uncomfortable. I turned it off. I honestly couldn't do it.
Yeah, same here. I couldn't
watch it. It makes me really. I don't know how you watched it all the time. That movie made me really uncomfortable. By the way, Brian in the comments said Gremlins, so Gremlins will scoot up a spot. So there you go.
Okay,
fair enough. Fair enough.
Brian watching from Walt Disney World. He's down there for their Christmas stuff.
Oh, okay. So
that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining us from there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, but that'll do it, Jordan. Should we break it down and get out of here? Yeah, good episode all around.
Yeah, if you want to break it down,
it'd
be that like. A lot of these movies are gonna make it to the championship, so we'll see. Like, I'm looking forward to that one. It'll be like maybe 2 or 3 months away, but it's coming.
Yeah, and we'll kind of have to talk behind the scenes about where we go from here, whether we do 2 episodes or just one big episode. We'll talk about it off the air. But for now, for our 80s one-word title movies, our number 1 tonight will be James Cameron's Aliens, number 2, Tim Burton's Batman, number 3, John McTiernan's Predator, number 4, Joe Dante's Gremlins, number 5, Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop, number 6, Ivan Reitman's Ghostbusters, number 7, Tobe Hooper's Poltergeist, number 8, the Zucker Brothers' Airplane, number 9, Harold Ramis's Vacation, which I always thought it was John Landis for a long time, but it's actually Harold Ramis. But no, it's Harold Ramis. Number 10, another Tim Burton with Beetlejuice, and our honorable mentions tonight will be George A. Romero's Creepshow. We got Amadeus, which I forget who directed Amadeus, but I got
Milos Forman.
Milos Forman, yeah, that's right. No, Amadeus is not Spielberg.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other A one.
You're thinking about Amistad.
Yeah.
And then we got Bloodsport rounding out the thing with Van Damme. So there you go. All right, but nicely done there, and that'll do it. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. Yeah. So I like these decade series. Gives you a chance to watch. Well, at least me, like, and one of the main reasons why I want to do the yearly series and the decade series so I can watch all these movies I've never seen before. So I have an excuse to watch them. So yeah, this is fun. So that'll do it for us. And we can be for sure covering 70s next month. It's just a matter of if it's going to be only 70s or we're going to combine with some like pre-70s stuff. We'll see. We'll let you guys know. So
real quick, the guy who directed Bloodsport is Newt Arnold, and that was his main movie that he did. But he was assistant director on a ton of like really prestigious movies, like an assistant director. So he's an assistant director on, and holy shit, this list goes on forever and ever and ever. And he's an assistant director on The Godfather Part 2. He's an assistant director on Towering Inferno. He's an assistant director on Sorcerer, which I love, the Wayne Friedkin movie. Assistant on The Jerk. Assistant on Cheech and Chong's next movie. Assistant on Blade Runner, assistant on War Games, 16 Candles, The Goonies, Invasion USA, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, The Abyss with Cameron, Secret of the Ooze, Jordan, he was the assistant director, Last Action Hero, Blue Chips, Jade, the 12 Angry Men remake, A Simple Plan. He's got a hell of a career as a second unit or assistant director, so good on him. But yeah, he only really directed, his only main direction is Bloodsport. Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Well, a cool little career, but yeah, we'll do some quick plugs real quick, and then we'll do it, and we'll be on a little like short-lived break for Christmas. We'll be back in about a week, but yeah, or a little over a week, something like that. But we'll go to Zach first. Where can we find you?
I have a YouTube channel and a Letterboxd, Movie Fan Z, and you can find me in bunch of different places, Lights Out or Movie Battleground, or on here whenever I come on and just have fun talking about movies.
Yeah, totally. Sounds good. Eric, where can we find you?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel that I haven't uploaded in a while. It's called Spoiler. You can find me on Letterboxd as Erick Ibarra. My full name. It doesn't matter. I don't think I have your Pez. Let me know your Letterboxd later. and yesterday I had a match at CWT. I defended my CWT Twitch TV title against Jacob Cameron, my tag team partner. And you can find me most other leagues, and I'll also watch the Free for All and Seen and Heard. I'm not in it, but you should watch it.
Yeah, right.
And thanks for having me. I had fun.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get you in the next free for all, maybe early summer or something like that. So yeah, but yeah, Richie, where can we find you?
You can find me, on here Tournament 5, tier rank, Lonely Mugs, where we will be, going through. We'll be doing our predictions for the World's End pay-per-view. That's the 8-day pay-per-view, not Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movie. Recapping a random velocity from May 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, the third one where I got to scroll through the 2 hour thing the guy uploaded of all the velocities from May and find the third one. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's going to be random, but yeah, we're watching random velocity, and then then gearing up. I think the one after that will probably be doing year-end awards that it's sort of going to become a sort of tradition, I guess. Should be fun.
Nice.
And other than that, I'll still pop up on trivia here and there and all the other regular spaces you'll see me here at. Think maybe next year at this point I'll be versing one of the other Lonely Mugs at Battleground. So yeah. Other than that, not too much. Did a maybe film. You never know. One of these days might find me here and around your parts doing gigs. Did a gig with Steve Hofstetter the other day, so that was fun.
Dude, nice.
That was a lot of fun. He was cool, good dude. So yeah, keep an eye out. So yeah.
I think you said you were interested in joining us next Thursday, Richie, before Lonely Marks, maybe about 2 or 3 hours before for our we're gonna do a podcast of kind of the underrated movies or kind of the honorable mentions shout outs we want to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do that next week before Lonely Marks if you're good with that.
Yeah. And I'm seeing Wonka tonight, so that because I'm hearing good things. So that surprisingly, so that you never know, that might kind of help me with that underrated thing.
Yeah. And we won't go too early for you because I know that it's pretty early. We're only going like an hour and a half before Lonely Marks.
That's right. We'll probably say about 2 hours before Lonely Marks just to or something like that. And we'll do that. But yeah, it'll just be a casual round table. We'll just each go around, bring up some movies we just want to shout out that may not make our top 12, but movies that we want to give some props to. So just shout out and talk about.
I've been trying to play a catch up. I watched It's a Wonderful Knife. I just finished that, and then I watched 20 minutes of Past Lives. I gotta finish that one. So yeah,
I gotta finish Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not bad so far. Not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. Better than I thought it was gonna be.
But Chris, where can we find you?
You guys can find me over on Instagram at CasablancaKid84. You can find me over here on this channel. I'm excited next week to to do a recast for the movie Home Alone?
No, not recast. Wheel of Movies, not recast.
I mean, Wheel of Movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
But no, we're just gonna be talking about home. We're just gonna be gushing about Home Alone for an hour.
Yeah. And Home Alone is so good. So
we'll do
I'm
one.
excited to do that.
1 and 2, maybe more focused on the first, but maybe touch a little on the second.
We'll touch a little bit on the second one, yeah.
And over on Twitter as well, or X, at writer_84.
Yeah, sounds good. And also, Chris just saw Aquaman 2, and he actually liked it. So
I liked it
so
a
we'll
lot.
see.
Yeah, I'm watching it tomorrow.
Yeah. So I mean, like, don't always believe all the reviews that you read. I mean, just decide for yourself. You know, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, but Austin, what do you?
Yeah,
think?
That's why I decided to watch the main one.
Yeah, the main one. Yeah, I like David Howard Thornton as an actor.
He's
you know,
good.
he's Art the Clown. He's a very good performer. So I'll give him those props. Yeah, Terrifier 3. I'll look forward to. But yeah, I'll just talk about some stuff I kind of either recorded or have kind of in the can. Me and Erick Knoll did a thing of his Battleground countdown. We did a top 11 Scorsese movies that should be coming out, I believe, next week or this weekend. So you have to check that out. We're talking a little bit about Scorsese. So that was a good time. And over on Ryan Permison's And I Quote, it used to be called Nerd Culture, but it's And I Quote now. We did a Die Hard watch along the other day. So y'all can check that out if you like and see a discussion about Die Hard. And yeah, I'll be on the Home Alone episode. Be doing the underrated podcast thing. Yeah, Lonely Marks with Richie before. The week after that, we'll get the gang back together for the year-end awards. But right now, it's just me and Richie hanging out every week talking about old stuff. It's fun. We're having a good time. We talked about Starcade '95 this past week. You can check that out. And then just everything else that's on the Movie Hero Network, obviously. And I also have Battleground stuff in the can. But Aaron's going to catch up once school's over, so he'll start uploading some stuff again. Because I have several tournament matches kind of in the can, but it's all good.
Busy guy. So
I don't mind taking a break from Battleground every now and then because I swear I was doing a match every month for a while. So it's it can be stressful. But that's all I got right now.
Yeah, and I gotta keep adjusting my chair because my little thing that I ordered that keeps your chair from sinking down hasn't arrived yet, but it's in the mail. So, and I think I'll probably take a cue from Zach's book and because I just forgot about the fact that the Gremlins is a Christmas movie, so I'll probably watch it tomorrow. But yeah, so because I want to try to like throw in as many Christmas movies as I can this weekend. It'll be like an all Christmas movie weekend, probably. But let's see, and also I'll just say that we have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/movie hero, you can find some exclusive content over there, which will include our discussion about our honorable mention movies, which it'll be live on the channel. So if you want to watch it live, you can see it live, and only live, and then it'll move over to the Patreon. So just go to patreon.com/movie hero. You can see it there, and then I'll be soon after, probably right after Christmas, I'll be posting the new schedule over in the Showdown Friends and Family, maybe in some other social medias if you follow our other social medias. But and then there'll be so that one will go about 2 months out. But then I'll post an extended schedule for our Patreon members that'll go about 4 months out. So if you want to get first dibs on signing up for episodes or get an early look at that, you can just be remember at the $1 tier. It only costs $1 to do it if you want to see it. So yeah, but and then you can find us on the social media at Movie Hero 2121 on X and Instagram. You can find us in the Showdown Friends and Family group where we will post I can't remember, Austin. Have we been posting all the top 10s from the decade, the one word?
Yeah, I did that the last one. Yeah, I was late on it, but I did post it. But then this one, I'll try to get up this way. I just posted the Paul Newman, Robert Redford one today, so there's
okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if we were just going to wait till the championship to.
No, I mean we could do the individual ones, but yeah, the championship one eventually. But and again, we'll talk about whether or not we just do because I've got enough for 70s and 60s to have about 65 in a pool, or if we just want to go ahead and add all the other classics, because it'll just be all the noteworthy stuff. Your Vertigos, your Psychos, your Casablancas, things like that. Like we don't have to go too deep.
Rope, maybe.
Rope, Dracula, Frankenstein, stuff like that. So we may just throw all those in there and just do one last sort of classics sort of episode. We'll see.
I want to be a part of that.
We'll see. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
we'll talk about that
because you're
we'll talk about that behind the scenes. We'll talk about that behind the scenes and see what we want to do. Because I've got some rough drafts to talk about. So
and then we'll be back in January with our new show Recast, which we're just taking a little hiatus during the holidays, but we're doing it the second week of January, the second Monday to be exact, and we'll be recasting Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So if anyone wants to get in on that, we might have one more spot available.
By the way, that Jeremy Allen White guy looks exactly like Gene Wilder. Holy shit! The guy from or I can't remember his Allen, but Jeremy, the guy who plays Carrie Von Erich in the Iron Claw looks exactly like Gene Wilder. Holy shit!
And Iron Claw looks so good. I had no idea anything about that. Like,
it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from The Bear.
Yeah, The Bear. Yeah,
from The Bear.
Yeah, Jordan sent me a thing where
phenomenal.
The AI thing or whatever, where I put him in the Wonka costume, and holy shit, he looks spot on like Gene Wilder. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, I already have that for my Wonka pick, so nobody gets it. Sorry. I already haven't picked. But you can pick anybody else. So I've already had that before anyone said anything. Also, but anyways, let's see. Just what we have going on for tournament fights and tier ranker in the next little bit. We're going to be having no show next Tuesday because of Christmas. We'll just let everyone just chill out and be with their families or whatever, and then we'll be back for one of my favorite episodes of the whole year, which is our most anticipated movies of 2024. That'll be next Friday, so a week from tonight, and we've been finding more and more movies that keep getting announced every day. So we're just trying to narrow it down to our top ones that we think deserve to be there. So there'll only be 64, but it'll be all the ones that everyone's really cares about. So yeah, but and then we'll be getting into our 2005 ladder series. So it'll be a 3-part series starting the first Tuesday of January. So it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then we'll be doing a Malcolm versus JPO for their favorite TV shows of all time. So we'll be doing some TV stuff next year. We'll be kind of incorporating that. So and then we're doing our best movie posters, which that one actually. So me and Austin realized we're both going to be out of town at the exact same time. So that best movie posters might get pushed to February. I mean, we might just have a night off on February 12th. So we'll kind of see, unless someone from our channel just wants to do something random or something. Chris or Jacob or anyone if you wanted, but and then we'll have a couple versus matches. We got the Sam Rockwell versus Ben Foster match and the Johnny Depp versus Gary Oldman match.
And Pez is running the show that week while Jordan's out of town.
I know, 2
hour tournaments. Let's do it.
Yeah. Sad because I really want to
anarchy.
talk about my boy Sam Rockwell, but it's yeah, but and then we'll be doing our best movies of 2023. We're gonna do it kind of near the end of January, just to give us all some time to kind of watch any stragglers or movies that we missed or anything like that. So we'll be doing it on Tuesday, January 24th, and that'll be a 3-part series also because there's a lot of movies that came out this year. So
22nd, 23rd, and 26th is what I have. Huh?
Yeah, so it'll be actually on a Monday. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Right.
That week.
It's mostly for Malcolm's schedule because he's helping us put that bracket together.
Yeah,
for 2023. Yeah.
Doing that, and then we have our best one-word movies of the 70s, which will be on January 30th. So we will have one next month, and then we get into the next series in our geek series, which will be best action/adventure movie characters. So we're on a quest to determine the best geek character of all time. The winners of those will be in a big championship to go against things like Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, a bunch of different fandoms, that kind of stuff. So, and then we have me versus Brian Nussbaum, we're going to be doing our favorite family movies. So we'll be doing a family because we're both big into family movies. Then I'll just throw in just a couple quick bonus ones. We have our mystery movie tournament. We'll be getting back into those where we spin the wheel and the first 64 to pop up. Will be out of all of our favorite movies. We'll be in a big tournament, and then we'll be getting into best movies of 2004. And then I'll throw one more. We got a best comedy sequels.
We're finally doing that. Yay!
Yeah, finally doing it in February.
I made that list already like 6 months ago during a show one time. So I had that list already ready to go. Yeah.
We're finally getting around to it. So.
And that'll be straight part 2. So nothing with like no Austin Powers 3, but like Austin Powers 2 type thing. You know what I mean? So
are you gonna do worst comedy sequels as well?
I mean, it's just. Well, I mean, we say best, but it's just a comedy sequel tournament. So best and worst.
Yeah, so it'll just be
like everything in between
with a focus on the best, but we may have some extra slots for a couple of those.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I've got the good and the bad all in there. Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but. Yeah, see it there. There you go.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they do look alike. What the
hell? Sure they're not related? What the hell?
Yeah, right. What is like his great grandson or something.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight, though. So thanks again, guys, and I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, all of that stuff, and we'll be back in just over a week. So everyone enjoy that, and for Zach Shelton, for Erick, for Richie Goodacre, for Chris Scott, for Austin Pez Howell, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.
Get away from her, you bitch!